Hello. It's a weird day. Hi, Pixel. Everything's going right. Not everything's supposed to go right, so I'm like, oh shit, something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go way wrong. But everything seems to be going right. Hi, Exhibit. I am on time. And I'm like, oh jeez. Whoa. Hi, Zuby. So, why am I struggling to read everything? Do I have the fucking... Should be like 6'4", right? Is Linden still streaming? Yeah, Linden still streams. They're kind of rare, but that dude still streams. Hi, Lost One. What do you mean, damn? We like Linden. I can't believe this, Zuby. Spreading this toxicity and through my chat? Oh my god. No, I actually have somewhat of the same feeling with Captain Igloo and Cap 8878. I fucking love the old Cap. And I don't really know Captain Igloo. But I was like, yo, Cap! And it makes me think of the other. M22. Happy birthday! Hi, Jesus the First. It's 12 p.m. I think that gives me a good idea of where you are in the world. That's like... Oh god, where is that? We're no strangers? Alright, buddy. Saw the big message and I was like, oh no, is it an art bot? Oh no! I feel so gotten. How could you? Now sing it? I'm very unconfident in my singing voice. I've been trying to be more confident lately. And I'll sing a bit when I'm in my Discord and, like, hanging out with friends. But, on stream, where it's recorded, no way. We're not there yet. And I don't know if we ever will be. No! I'm not gonna do it! What exercise was it? We're on this stretch. This one always feels so brutal. It's not your birthday. Jesus' birthday is on Christmas. You know, it sucks a bit. It's meme upon so often I actually like it. I agree. It's just a good song. It's just fun. But, like, it's memed so heavily that it's like, oh, you got him. And it's like, what? No. I need this one. I don't particularly like where I am here. That's better. I wasn't centered on the left half. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. We're ready to walk. This zone is called Reaper's Coast. It kind of sucks as a zone. There's a lot of water, but there's a really big boss event here. And so people come here every week. But we're not going to see the boss event. I didn't have a way to record that without fucking dying from a million zombies. And oh yeah, I had Full help me for this one. You didn't know Reaper was a Coast Lord? Reaper is many things. Right now, he's difficult to watch on Twitch because he's so far in Baldur's Gate. I tune in, I'm like, oh, let's watch Reaper for a bit, and it's like, oh shit. Oh, I just spoiled myself on something. Oops. But yeah. What did I do yesterday? I didn't do any recording, but I did a lot of editing yesterday. So, like, I'm pretty sure I edited this one yesterday, as well as my WoW Stormheim video yesterday. You can just go really fast and, like, pause it. Or, like, set it to audio only. But if you're... Well, even that's a risk. You saw Baldur's Gate and decided not to. Hi, Kitsu. It's made it to 20k. Yeah. Eventually, we're gonna have a wheel that, like, messes with the cost. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that. Or when I would do it. I feel like I need a starting screen to, like, sit for 5 minutes to let people trickle in a bit. And then I can have more people there for the wheel. Or I could do it at the end. We'll see. But I'm also, like, really fucking tired and don't like doing anything at the end. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like... I don't know how to... I also need to figure out how to use a wheel and put options on it, so... I'm pretty sure Streamlabs, or whatever OBS I'm using, will just have a wheel in it. So it shouldn't be too hard to set up, but... Yeah, do you, Zuby? I also wonder what Aiko will do for stream today. As if it could be anything other than the one thing. Oh, it comes tomorrow? I might get him on VR chat then. Because Yuiko's Rock would probably be very enticing to him. Cyberpunk comes out at like 6 p.m. today, I think. IZ is confused. Zuvi, that would be your 26th. That'd be like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. for you. Yeah. Is it raining? Oh, it's fucking raining. Wait! I didn't turn Moogle off! You're 6 hours ahead of East Coast, so you're 7 hours ahead of me. So if it was 6 p.m. tonight, Hi, Pixel. You know how to bring it back? And I'm pretty sure you've got the points for it. $8 till it comes out? Alright, if it's 9 a.m. right now, that's 3 p.m. today. Not yet. Inflation is beating your ass. See, I thought it would be like an every single day kind of thing, because there's people that are like, I've got 60K, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh god, if they just like take turns, there's no chance I don't get a day without it. Right about when Koyo ends stream? It depends, Zuby. If it's having like a shorter day, that's when he would end. But even that would be a really short stream. But like, I can see him doing Yuiko's Rock or something for 3 hours, and then spending 6 hours on Cyberpunk. You could do it, but you like to see chat suffer? You don't even own Cyberpunk? I don't either, Kitsu. I feel like I might have to get it at some point to make videos. $5 hours is the most he does in VRC late. Well, yes. Hi, Global. That's my favorite nickname of yours so far. 71K points. Oh my god. Yeah, 5 hours is a long VR stream. VR is difficult to be in for that long. I mean, just for like your head, but also like your tracker batteries. I don't want to be a mom. I'm actually like, I never want to have kids. Oh my god, they look so annoying. But I like Momlin better than Garbanzo Bean. Speaking of Kids Zuby, on the Kids Are Fucking Stupid subreddit, I saw a video this morning, and it's this guy who's fighting his nephew in Pokemon. And his nephew's like, I send out Mewtwo, and the guy sends out Gengar, and the kid's just like, Gengar, Mewtwo's gonna win, Mewtwo's a legendary. And then it snap cuts to the kid just bawling his eyes out from losing this Pokemon battle. Global, it is Moogland. Oh my god. I think I like Momlin more than Moogland. How old is the nephew and the uncle? The uncle's in his 20s or 30s. The nephew looks like he's 5. Tell us something your Mumlin doesn't know. That was the first thing I thought of with that Zuby. Well, good thing the nephew learned the lesson early. Yeah, so the comments were saying, like, this kid has probably never lost in his life. And that's a good lesson to early. The uncle's like, you know, Jason, it's okay to lose. Hi, Juice. I don't know, I might put it in the Discord later. I sent it to Foss. It's a Reddit video, which is like, oh, people aren't gonna click on this in the memes channel. But it was so fucking funny to me. Is that a bird? Yes. It's like I don't know what they are. Did you guys play Monster Hunter yesterday? We did! It was me, Icy Fire, Pyrope, and Safi. And, Arch was listening in on us, but he doesn't have World. And so, we fought Raging Bracky. It was a little bit of warm-up for everybody. But on the third attempt, we did pretty good against him. Pushed him into walls. I had a really cool moment where he got knocked over in his second area, and I'm playing Greatsword, so I do the first hit, I do the Clutch Claw part, and then I'm like charging the True Charge, I'm like, this cuts the tail, and I just fucking brought it down, and the tail went fucking flying off, and everybody was like, yo! I felt very, very cool when I did that. It was, you only break skulls. So I play support Kinsect and Rise, and I fucking stun the monster every time. But if we have a hammer, it feels a little pointless, so I feel like I should bring a cutting Kinsect and make sure we get the tail. I'll still have a paralysis weapon, but in World I was playing Greatsword. When we killed Raging Bracky, it was like, well, what do we do now? And so then we switched to Rise. Because that's what Icy wants to do all the quests in next anyway. So we switched to Rise, we started clearing out, we started leveling Arch, because, he wanted to catch up to MR 100. Hammer and Rise is so fun. Yeah. I didn't know Hammer was in such a state in World that everybody was like, oh, it doesn't feel good. You didn't play World DLCs? It's the first time you had a mount as well? Hi, Soul Eater. You've only ever played Rise, and I was a Switch Axe main for a year or two before I decided to use Hammer, Hunting Horn, Longsword. Dude, Zuby, God. I remember World being so perfect, but playing it after Rise is just like, it's so slow. It's so slow. And I'll tell you right now, when Monster Hunter 6 comes out, it's going to feel impossibly slow. One, because we're going to be at the beginning of the game without a lot of abilities and movement stuff. And two, because they're probably going to scale down the movement from Rise. It'll feel good once we get used to it, but right when it starts, it's not going to feel good. I can tell you that right now. Soul Eater. Switch Axe is a weapon I tell people not to start with, because it's very technical for a new player. I feel like it's easier to get them to worry about the monster, sharpness, items, and just everything else and not have to worry about, like, an actual rotation and things they have to do damage. Whereas Switch Axe is like, you gotta be kind of aware of what your weapon is doing just to do damage with it. Longsword's a good starting weapon. Hammer's a good starting weapon. Hunting Horn's probably on a little more difficult side for starting weapons, but that's fine to start with. And people will always love you as a Hunting Horn. Charge Blade is literally the worst weapon to start with. That is the weapon that I'm like, of all weapons to not start with, don't start with this one. Hi, Gale. I do agree with that, Gale. I do think people should try all the weapons. Dual Blades is a fantastic weapon to start with. That's like one of the best weapons to start with. But, Charge Blade, Switch Axe, and Greatsword, I'm like, you shouldn't start with these. You just shouldn't start with these. You never touched the horn of the Kinsect, otherwise you tried everything? I want to get better with the Kinsect. I want the Kinsect to be my main weapon. I'm good at playing it in, like, a support capacity, but, like, if I were to solo hunt something at max level, it wouldn't be a fast hunt. It would be, like, a 20-minute hunt for me. And I feel like that's not a good sign.
Have you tried just killing it?
I have. I have. I see you got roped into Mon Hun with Icy Fire also yesterday. I say rope, but I like hunting with them.
I know you didn't.
Well, it was Raging Bracky. And it was,
Okay.
it was annoying at first because we were doing a warm-up. I don't know what it is. Me going back to World and being rusty, I'm going to die in, like, the first minute of playing every time. So, like, literally, we go in the first time for Raging Bracky, and I die a minute in. I'm just like, oh, God. Is it going to be like this the whole time? But when we actually killed him...
Hold on, I gotta fix myself.
Okay. When we actually killed him, I feel like it looked pretty good. Don't start with bow guns.
What do you think? The walking?
I feel like it's okay to start with bow guns. I do feel like it's better to play bow guns and bow with mouse and keyboard, as heretical as it is to say that. You want to get together with Charge Blade? I'm catching up on chat, sorry. You want to get better with Charge Blade? That weapon is so hard to use, Switch
I
X.
see.
You only gotta spam one button, then swap from...
I just discovered what's going on.
Ah.
What's going on here? Yes. The walkies.
The walkies.
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm walking.
Well, come closer.
Sure. I think I'm dead. You know.
Fine. They'd want to see you, but fine.
No, they don't.
They absolutely do.
Mm-mm.
What?
If they would have seen me, they would have seen me. But I'm like the wind, you know? I'm like... You know my presence is there.
I hold you.
You know?
You know, that's actually how Icy Fire is here every time. He turns into the little ghost and just hovers around me.
Yeah, I kind of like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold
Where
on.
are we walking to?
Today we're in Reaper's Coast of Guild Wars 2. I have no idea where it'll be after that. Exhibits. The correct way to play Monster Hunter World is with a controller. What are you talking about?
Play mouse and keyboard? You got a problem with that?
I mean, if you're playing bow guns or bow...
You got a problem?
No, it's fine. And you know, if you like playing non-meta playstyles, again, it's fine. It's just, you know...
Non-meta, alright? Mouse and keyboard, it feels natural, alright? It's like slipping in your underwear, like in the morning. It's like secondhand nature, you know?
Right, and you should play what feels best for you. I'm just saying, there's a right way and a wrong.
Oh, okay. You did the right way and the wrong way to play it. You sure?
It's
You sure about that?
I mean, it's not competitive, right? So you can play whatever way you want. You know, there's no wrong way to play.
Yeah.
But it is the wrong way to play.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, due to technical services, stream won't be up for another 30 to 40 minutes.
No!
Please come back. I'm gonna fuck you up. We're gonna fight.
Hi, Shere Khan. You know how a fight ends with you and me fighting?
Don't tell him.
It ends with me crying.
The KY jelly from last time.
It ends with me crying on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, still don't tell them.
They know. That's how every fight that I'm in ends.
Sure. Sure it is.
What would be a fight that I win?
I don't know. There is anything you want to win. Anything you want to win. You can win any fight, any hurdles, any obstacles that are in your way.
I don't know. I think I'm.
I think you can.
I think I'm pretty soft when it comes to fighting.
Well, then just become hard. I will be right here, right now. Don't you even dare. I will steal your soul so quick. Don't even.
They're all gonna start talking about peanut butter.
Wait, why? Wait.
Okay, Gigi, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is there anything
Yes.
that you do that's a very mundane action in life that just by seeing or participating in this,
I exist.
you're
My
hard.
existence is
You're
mundane.
aroused from it.
Or if it's something that I'm aroused from that's very mundane?
Yes. So, like, something that is not sexual at all. It's, like, maybe not a daily activity, but, like, you just, it happens and you're like, what the fuck? What? Okay, huh, that's weird.
Oh man, I don't know. Cause it's like, I'm not saying like most of the experiences I have with people is sexual, but like there's a lot of that going around, right? So it's like everything that I consume, or not like everything I consume, because I like consuming wholesome stuff too, but like it's like, you know, I don't know, something that's mundane.
I'll give you my example. For me,
okay, yeah, give me an example. Maybe I just need help.
Every now and then, I'll have a snack of just a spoonful of peanut butter. I like peanut butter. And every now and then, if I'm like, I don't want to eat a lot, but I just want something to not be hungry right now, spoonful of peanut butter. For whatever reason, a spoonful of peanut butter will just have me hard. Like, I'll just full mass and I'll be like, why? Why? I don't understand this at all. It's not, peanut butter is not even like my favorite meal. But if I have a spoonful of peanut butter, I'm just turned on.
Again. Alright, let's see. I know there's probably something that is. I just can't think of it for the life of me right now. And I don't know if that's because I'm awake.
I pose this question.
I'm half awake when I...
And most of the time they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? And I'm sitting here like, okay, it's probably not that they don't have anything like that. It's that, like you just said, there's probably something, but they've never thought about it. Because, like, who the fuck would be prepared for this question, right? I'm never gonna meet somebody that's like, oh, I've been wanting to talk about this for years, right? When I do this thing, right? That I feel like that's never gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd say the latest thing is about like Street Fighter 6 Marisa. You know, like her like her ult or whatever. She's like getting ready to fucking smash her face in. I could just always imagine me sniffing her fist. And just being like, this is life.
I see.
Getting a face palm. Which is hard. Yeah.
Understandable.
I guess that, yeah. What if it's an allergy and the pain? Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think it's allergies. I do have allergies. When May comes around, that season ruins me.
Well, now thinking about it too, when I work out sometimes and like I feel like my fucking skin's about to peel off, that happens too. So yeah.
I don't like the way you described that.
What?
When your skin's about to peel off?
Yeah, I don't know how to, like, it's just you.
That phrase is like,
you're like
shivers down my spine, just like, oh, I don't like that thought.
No, you get a good pre-workout in, you get a nice little energy, and then you get like a sudden boost after this weight's about to fucking crush you, and then you're trying your all best to make sure that you don't fucking die, and it's like your muscles are just like kind of expanding and like contracting to the way where it just feels like it's like I don't know.
See, I'm down with all of that. All of that made sense to me. It's the when you get to the point when you feel like your skin's gonna peel off. That's where I'm like, I don't know that I've ever felt that, and that sounds awful.
Okay. That's not bad. That's not awful. Maybe I'm just describing it in a weird way, and we felt it the same way. But that's what it feels like to me. It's just like, like.
So I'm definitely not thinking of like.
Spamming by me. I'll be
okay.
I'll be back. I will fly away.
Okay.
No, wait, finish your sentence. You was gonna say something. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like we're just thinking of it differently, and for you, it's like you're thinking of like maybe when you've got a sunburn and you peel the top layer off, and it can be kind of satisfying. Whereas I'm thinking like horror film, like the skin coming off. I'm like, no.
Like you're turning into a werewolf.
Or something, yeah. Did you ever see the Van Helsing movie?
Yeah.
I hated
yeah.
I hated how his skin peeled off every time. Like he was molting, and it was just like, ugh.
Turning into a beautiful butterfly. But yeah, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Bye. Hi, Hunt. Hi, honey. It's like when you put Elmer's glue on your skin, let it dry and peel it. I don't know if I like that. I don't. Kitsu, mine's too weird. Now I'm curious. Skin peeling off? Why would you do such a... So I imagine it's like more the sunburn skin peeling off. Like the top layer of dead skin that like you peel it off and it feels new. I'm imagining it's something like that. I don't know. I also don't work out as much as GD. GD does like... GD? I'm saying GD out of habit. GG does like proper workouts. Like body sculpting. Whereas I'm just like, I just walk. All I do is just stretch a bit before walking and then walk. What is your allergy and the pain makes? Okay. I mentioned I have allergies earlier. This is part of why I hate going outside. Pollens, especially from like conifer trees, just annihilate me. And it's not even like, oh, you went outside, so now you're super congested, go take a shower. I'll be congested for like 3 days. It's like in my system at that point. You're imagining more of a sensation than your skin actually peeling off. That's also probably true, Juice. Whenever you hear body sculpting, you just think of clay. Yeah. You have the trifecta. Pollen, mold, and mildew. Bless your soul, Kitsu. Try walking outside with a piece of bread in your mouth. I'm so old that we're not going to school ever again. The pump? What is the pump, Juice? You've lost me with that one. Also, grass and plants that contain latex, which is any that has white liquid in. Kitsu, is there anything you're not allergic to? Damn. So a lot of weeds. The pump. Okay. Most food. Yeah, so like I'm allergic to the pollens that are in grasses too. Like if I rolled around on the lawn, that's gonna fucking annihilate me. But it's the conifer trees that like just permeate the air with their pollen that makes it the worst for me, because that one's inescapable. I can choose to not roll around on the grass. When your muscles are filled with blood after working out, they are expanded. Oh. You really rolled all debuffs. Not allergic to weed, at least? Hell yeah. When I was little, my parents wanted, me to try out all the sports, because my dad was a sports guy, really wanted me to be into sports. They had me in t-ball. They had me in soccer. They briefly put me in basketball, and then I ended up being shorter than everybody, and so I hated basketball. However, when it came to t-ball and soccer, I was in the fucking grass, and my allergies were going nuts. And so when I was in, like, 5th grade or something, they put me in tennis. And they were like, this is perfect. His allergies won't mess with him, and his height won't be a factor. And so I ended up doing tennis until, like, 9th grade. So for 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 or 5 years I played tennis. It was pretty good. I did a few tournaments, but it was never something I wanted to do. It was always something that's just like, I have to do. When you were young, you didn't have allergies? I've been the opposite, Kitsu. My allergies were so bad as a kid, and they've kind of dulled a bit as I've grown up. They've just been packing on as you've gotten older. Yeah, I just gave them to you. I just said, I was presented, you can press this button, and your allergies will get better. But someone in the world will take on your allergies. And I was like, click, 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 click. I'll never meet them. Woe be upon ye. I need a drink. I watched some things of news this morning. There wasn't anything big or major. Oh, my left earmuff is out. The biggest news in the US is that some woman in Florida got eaten by an alligator. And that sucks. It was like a 13-foot alligator, crocodile, or something. They went and killed it after they found her. About a month ago, Cheesecake Factory said oops, cilantro made it into your food. Oh. Wait, hold on. You're allergic to apples? I didn't know that was a thing. And, like, specifically apples. Apples is a strange one, never heard of it before. Yeah, so, like, when I think of an allergy, I think of, like, a chemical in something. So, like, my mother is allergic to citric acid. It, like, gives her a bunch of sores on the inside of her mouth. I actually thought I was allergic to citric acid, too, because she was. Really, I just didn't like, any fruits and vegetables that had citric acid in them. I think it's just fruits. And so I was like, oh, I'm allergic. I don't have to eat it now, right? But it was like, I don't know, I was 25 and I was like, I don't think I ever had an allergic reaction. I just don't want to eat them. You're allergic to some fruits too, like bananas? I don't like bananas. Bananas I can eat, like, more so than most fruits and vegetables. But they're so slimy and gross to me. I'm not gonna read that on stream. Wait, hold on. You put a link and then you're like, oh wow, you don't have a link blocker. Were you expecting to have your link blocked? Then why would you post it if you were expecting it to get blocked? The kiwi is a cross allergen from latex, though? To see if you have it blocked, and if not, you have the link in chat. Zuby, you're an animal. You're just a fucking animal. Hi, King Dragon. Allergic to grapefruit and pomelo. Close cousin, but no other citrus. Yeah, my mom's just allergic to all citrus. It just is really bad for her. But I think she likes them, so every now and then she just deals with it. I thought I was. Really, I just didn't like those foods. And I was like, using that as an excuse for so long, I started to believe it. And then when I was like 25, I was like, I don't think I am. Now that I think about it, I actually don't think I am allergic to this. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, this was in our first video. Okay. You like grapefruit stuff? Like Sunny D? Mm-hmm. But it doesn't let you. I just want to drink milk. That's all I want to drink. If you told me you can't eat food for the rest of your life, but you could be sustained on milk and be healthy, I would just drink milk. 100%. You could tell me I couldn't have spaghetti, I couldn't have steak, I couldn't have cookies. I'd be like, alright, if I could have milk though, worth. Am I lactose? No. I'm just cutting off my milk right now while I'm trying to lose weight. There's a lot of calories in milk. And so, when we started exercising, I lost 10 pounds like instantly. And this is when we were only doing like 1 to 2 miles a day. Like 10 pounds just flew off because it was all water weight. And then it plateaued. It just stopped. And at the time I was eating 1 meal a day and drinking milk throughout the day. And I saw the calories in milk and I was like, oh my god. A gallon of milk is 1,600 calories. I need to cut this out. And so I was drinking like a gallon. Technically, it was a bit less than a gallon, but it was like 1,300 calories a day from just milk. And so I said, fuck it. We'll drink 1 glass of milk a day. We'll have our 1 meal a day, and we'll have a nice glass of milk when we drink it. And the rest of the day, we'll drink water. And we are on a calorie deficit. Once I cut out milk, pounds started flying down again. So far, we've lost 31 pounds in 68 days. And so, that's a lot of milk. Yeah. I really like milk. And so, we're flying down pounds now. Once I get down to a target weight, which I don't even really have a target, it's just, once my belly looks hot, I'll probably start drinking milk a lot again. I'll try to stay at 1 meal a day. Because 1 meal a day actually isn't that bad for me. I might do 2 meals a day. What I want to start doing is I want to take foods that I like that are somewhat healthy. I want to have chicken, rice, and beans and just make them in like a pressure cooker meal and then just chip away at that throughout a week. And that'll be my food. Because those are all things I like. And I can eat the same thing over and over. And so the beans in particular will be super healthy. I do have a pressure cooker. Eat a stick of butter during the apocalypse. Lasts like 2 to 3 days of calories. So Pixel. There's a comedy sketch group called Whitest Kids You Know that I fucking love. They have a sketch called Butter Bar. And it's a fast food chain restaurant selling butter bars. And this little kid comes up and he's like, hey, I'd like to buy a butter bar. And the clerk is just like, a butter bar? Kid, that's just butter. Yeah, I want one. I don't know, kid. This doesn't feel right. I have money. And so they feed this kid a butter bar. And it's literally just a stick of butter. And he eats it. And he goes, I want another. And they're like, dude, kid, please. You're going to kill yourself. He's like, do I not have enough money? And they're like, oh, yeah, you're just short. Sorry, kid. And he pulls out more money by, like, emptying his backpack. They feed him another butter bar, and he's just like, oh, my heart. I can't feel my heart. And he lays down on the ground. They're like, oh, fuck, I think he's having a little heart attack. Just Mullen. If you buy a new one, can I have your old one? No, Zuby. Why would I need a new pressure cooker? Just get a pressure cooker. Isn't there a Simpsons episode where Homer just eats fried butter? Disgusting. Yeah, probably. I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter is better. That's what I put on my spaghetti. Welcome back. Have you ever seen the comedy sketch group Whitest Kids You Know?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
I feel like that's familiar. Why?
Okay. We were talking about calorie deficits, and somebody mentioned a stick of butter has like 3,200 calories. And it made me think of the Whitest Kids You Know sketch where, it's like a McDonald's starts selling butter bars, which is just a stick of butter. And the clerk is like, I don't like selling these. This feels wrong. And then a little like 8-year-old kid, he's like, I want to buy a butter bar. And he's like, oh, I don't like watching this kid eat nothing but butter and have a little heart attack. This is awful. I hate my job.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I need to send you this video. Oh my god. Thinking about it. Every time I watch it, I can't stop crying and like I lose my voice, but it's worth it. Fuck it. I'm gonna send it to you, YOLO.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Oh no. I fucking hate it. And I don't know if I'm laughing because I think it's genuinely funny or if I'm laughing because I just fucking hate it. But I think it's a combination perfectly between both. Mm-hmm. And it is just and then I was dying so hard, like I've lost my voice. Mm-hmm. Every time I see this shit. So I'm gonna just send it to you, and then I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna watch.
There's a video I sent someone this morning. It's a kid.
It's sent to you.
Okay, it's a kid playing against his uncle in Pokemon, and the kid's like, I send out Mewtwo, and he's a legendary. So the uncle sends out Gengar because the nephew's like 5 years old. And the uncle's like 20s or 30s, and obviously the uncle knows Shadow's gonna fucking crush a Mewtwo. It's psychic type. But the kid's just thinking Mewtwo's a legendary, so he wins everything. And then it like cuts to the kid just fucking crying his eyes out, and the uncle's just like, Jason, it's okay to lose. And the kid had like never lost in his life before, and he's so devastated.
Down. I mute myself because this shit's so funny.
I'd watch it now, but I'd have to like open a thing to see it. If I could see it in Discord, I'd watch it. Isn't there a Simpsons episode where Homer eats butter? Why would you ever? Zuby, here in America, we don't ask, like, if we should. We ask, can we? And yes, we've answered the question of, can we deep fry butter? And that's all that mattered to us. That just raises the question, what move did the kid even use to lose that? So, like, they don't show the battle at all. It's the uncle showing, like, his Switch next... He's sitting next to his nephew, and the nephew has his Switch. And you see it's Gengar versus Mewtwo. And the kid's just, like, singing to himself, and I send out Mewtwo, and he's a legendary. You send out Gengar? What's Gengar? When I saw deep-fried ice cream, I lost hope in humanity. Yeah. Yeah. There's some things that I might try once. But, like, the idea of regularly eating those is like, oh, God. Yeah, that's what this 5-year-old kid said, I think. What's Gengar? I like how I can tell that Gigi is laughing. Oh, okay. So, there is a video I thought of Gigi that every time I've seen it, I will lose my shit laughing. And,
Yeah, what's up?
it's this video of this guy who has... He has, like, a bottle of soda, and he, like, added carbonation to it, or he added Mentos to it or something. So it's going to fucking explode, right? And he just tosses it onto the ground in front of him. And he wasn't thinking about it, but his dog thought it was, like, a ball to play with. So his dog runs forward and tries to, like, catch it. But as it, like, hits the ground, it fucking pops. And it pops with such force that, like... It sets off a car alarm that it was next to, and it scares the dog so much that the dog just, like, freezes. Like, you know those goats that, like, paralyze themselves and fall over? It happens to this dog. And the dog, thankfully, wasn't harmed in the video. But the dog is just so surprised and shocked that it just, like, its arms stiffen up and it falls over. And it's...
Oh
I don't know why, but this shit is so funny to me.
Yeah, we just find this.
God, I'm like so curious to look at this video and be like, oh, if I click it, I'm gonna have to go over here. Oh, it's good.
Don't do it. See, this video is so fucking cursed. I swear to God.
I will watch it after
I fucking
stream.
hate it. I fucking hate it, bro. I fucking hate it so much.
What did Zuvi send me? The link
Oh
for
my
really.
God.
Gotcha.
That shit makes me lose my voice every time. I swear. Oh my God. Hold on, there's another one I gotta send you
Oh
to.
my
It's so
goodness.
good.
Okay, send it.
Oh, you're good at you're getting bombed today.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, shit.
What are we at? We're 2 miles already? I feel like I just started.
Oh, fuck.
Also, I sneezed. Yeah,
Well, bless you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you guys kill the Black Veil Hazak yesterday?
Yes, we did.
Hell yeah. I kind of wanted to be there for that, but to redeem myself, but hi midst. We played World and we beat Raging Brachydios for Icy Fire. And then we went and played Rise for a little bit. And then when we were fighting a Violet Mizutsune. And I was literally falling asleep. Hi, Wes. I was playing Kinsect, and I would, like, blink, and my eyes would open again, and I'd be, like, running into a wall, and I was like, oh, well, I'm falling asleep mid-hunt.
Okay. It starts to blink. Next thing you know, you're dead.
I mean, so, I guess I was getting lucky because I wasn't, like, dying, but I was literally just like, I'm just pressing the send Kinsec button to like hit the monster for 30 over and over. But other than that, I'm just like not contributing. How dare you fall asleep on me? Hun, that is one of my favorite things to do. I'm not even sorry for it. And you know what? I'll do it again.
Damn, that's crazy.
The other thing personally can't do is
that's so rude.
buttercream. Cake, if you look at the recipe, most of them use like 5 sticks of butter and like a dozen of eggs. Oh my god. Right in the middle, Hun. Well, okay. If we're saying right in the middle of sex, no, of course not. Maybe the moment after, but... But like
Oh my god.
when I do a walk, and then Hunt joins and lets me fall asleep on them, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's some fails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I have my voice back for real? I need to stop laughing.
You did this.
I'm trying.
You did this to
I'm
yourself.
trying. Shut up, please. Stop making me laugh.
No.
Oh, oh fuck. I can't stop.
Ah.
Alright. Did I send you the I sent you the other video? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It's one of those videos.
I don't know.
Did you ever play Guild Wars 2?
Play what for us?
Did you ever play Guild Wars 2?
Oh, Guild Wars. I have not played Guild Wars.
It's
Don't worry, Pixel, I'll head pat you in for you.
Oh my gosh. They want a head pat redeem, and it's like I could probably do it. I could probably like put the animation thing right here, and my head's always gonna be there anyway. But I haven't gotten to that yet.
Okay.
Guild Wars 2 has good combat. I don't know how into MMOs you are, but it for an MMO it doesn't like do tab targeting at all.
Oh, really?
Oh, you like Final Fantasy, so you're in that.
pretty neat. Yeah, you already know I'm a nerd. I mean, I spend my time in Final Fantasy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Guild Wars 2 is...
Thank you for keep it up. Thank you for...
Oh my goodness.
Why? You're the one that wants to go for a walk.
I am.
Energy. Okay, yeah.
I just thought it was cute and let out an oh my goodness.
Oh my god, you know what?
I was thinking about Final Fantasy and getting on for something the other day. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. I'm almost done with the Guild Wars videos. And so I'm going to start recording Final Fantasy videos soon.
Oh. Okay, what do you think you're going to mainly do in Final Fantasy? Everybody has a different fancy.
Wait, say that again?
Everybody has a different, thing to do in Final Fantasy.
Well, I mean, like, recording videos for the stream in Final Fantasy. As for what I would do outside of recording videos, I could catch up on the story. I finished Endwalker, and then I haven't, done anything post-Endwalker. Hold on, lost one.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm not gonna say that one out loud.
Oh my god. You better be careful, they're just gonna start shipping us.
Oh my god. One of them is already shipping me with someone else, and it's like, stop it. Stop it.
Oh, wait, what is this? Let me hear this. Who are you shipping?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to hear.
So I have a friend named Corvu.
Okay, come on, boys. Come back to me.
She's like,
please.
She's like my best friend, and I've known her for like 4 years now. And she streams, and I'm on her stream a lot.
Okay.
We are like polar opposites in some regards. She's very outgoing, likes to go places, try new things. She has a lot of impulse buys. I want to live life like a hermit.
Okay.
I don't want to leave the house. I want to have everything delivered. I'm literally doing all my exercise on a treadmill inside. And so, while I love her to death, and I think she's like one of the best people in this world, the thought of a relationship with her is like, yeah, I think we would just push each other's buttons and not do well. And they're kind of like the same mindset. But this person's like, nope, they're on stream a lot together. We ship them. And she's like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it happens. You guys are together constantly. You're fucking. We know you.
Now hang on. We were talking about relationships. Fucking is something completely different.
Well, I mean, listen. In the minds of a Twitch chatter, okay, they completely jumped that bar, all right? Oh, God. They said, I'm just bullying. Oh, okay, so you're like my bullies, okay.
Yeah. Lost One doesn't ship.
They're a residential bully. Gotcha.
Yes.
Every Twitch chatter's residential bully. It's such a beautiful thing. Such a platonic relationship you got going on.
Sometimes the bullying isn't bad. So, okay, Mitz,
I know.
I agree, but with this individual person, I kind of let them do it because, one, the person I'm being shipped with is, like, my best friend, and we're like, yeah, whatever, we know. It's not going to cause any drama in anything. And it's also, like, the person doing it is very nice overall. We've told them, like, hey, be careful shipping real people. That can get kind of weird. But it's kind of the mindset of, like, if they ship the two of us, they're probably not shipping others, right? And so it's almost like, hey, if it's us, nobody's getting hurt. I don't know. If they were like, I'm bored of this, I'm done, I'd kind of be like, all right, cool. They're probably in chat listening to this right now also. They've said hi already. Hi, Rain.
Hi.
Oh, me. Oh, my. Oh, my God.
Surprise. Don't die over there.
I thought I went crazy for a second. Wait, I mean, I am crazy, but I thought I was hearing a voice, and then I was like, okay, you know what?
Hey.
Oh my God. Oh, I need to stop doing drugs.
What?
Okay. What?
I mean, if you do them safely in your own home. Yeah, Mitz, I understand that completely.
It's nice to meet you. Oh, God. First I'm losing my voice, and now I'm about to lose my heart. You guys are killing me.
You think you're losing your
heart?
What
do you mean, lose your heart?
Rain has their own treadmill and walks with me, and it just makes my heart melt every time.
Aw, you guys want to be like closer together, you know?
No, Rain's here often enough that like they can stand next to me if they want. They can stand over there if they want.
They need Rain, though. They need it. They need you, Rain. They need you more than the night.
Do it, Hunt. Get a treadmill. Do it. Oh yeah, here's the other thing, Gigi. When I walk, I've got this fucking like, bum ba da 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 da, like just this goofy walk. Look at Rain walking. Look at just how elegant he is.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel so.
Hey, Bits.
I just
Hey,
feel
Hunt.
so.
Hey,
Well,
Fawk.
I mean, just throw some sass in it. Just why don't you just
Okay,
go ahead and just try strutting a little bit. Go ahead.
Exhibits
Go
is in
practice that
chat.
for a mile, huh?
Hey, Pixel.
Bits is in chat, and Rain just went, "Hey, Bits," and I thought he was looking at you and said, "Hey, bitch," and I was like, "Whoa, that's so out of." Oh, it's Exhibits. Okay, okay. Woo.
Mhm. But yeah, why don't you give me a little strut? Walk it out, you know?
I don't.
Go ahead. Just
What strut?
give me
What
a little
is?
sassy strut.
What is my foot doing? It's like. I don't even know how to.
Girl. Okay, listen, just
This is extra hip
No.
sway. This is
swing them things.
okay. It's not strange imagining, Hunt. He said, "Hey, Bits," and that sounded like "Hey, bitch." I don't feel like that's an exaggeration.
Chickens.
All right. It's kind of fun putting extra hip sway on it, but at the same time, that's making my thighs rub. Do you have like a fighting game in the background?
Why?
I'm hearing something, and it's like that's too fast to be breathing. It's like a dut 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 dut.
Oh, no, I'm just listening to chickens dance to Spanish music.
I see, I see.
Yeah, you want to hear it too?
Kind of.
Okay, hold on. I could play it for you.
Me miro y la miré. Sonrío y la sonreí. Y yo la invité a bailar. Y ella me dijo que sí.
I'm wondering what was the part I was hearing. I'm wondering if it was just like the loudest part. And that was like,
Maybe.
it was just like 4 notes that I was catching. Why do people swing their arms when they walk? I don't know.
I mean,
Balance?
there's something. Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
Don't
I mean,
balance.
it could be that, or maybe it's just like how people is. Also, sometimes it's like a habit. Like if you're dancing, because sometimes if you dance, if you Vogue particularly, you just kind of like catwalk, basically. You know how catwalking is when you're up on a stage and you're just like.
What Exhibit said there makes the most sense for me, because if you're holding them straight down, you have to like resist the swing that you're causing by stepping. And I feel like by swinging them, you're not actually putting any energy into that. That's just the natural movement of them from the weight moving back and forth with your steps. Hi, Freya. Walking is as easy as putting one foot in front of the other. I mean, yeah.
Now do that on a 10% incline.
No. No. It was 930 calories yesterday.
Oh, God.
Oh, Rain, Gigi, have you ever been to the map Yuiko's Rock?
Don't think so.
No, I have not.
So, it's a hangout world from like 4 years ago. And it's cute, not the most pretty thing, but it's got a good aesthetic. It also just has a puzzle in it. Like, it has just this extensive puzzle that's really fun. But you might not even know about it because it's like, it doesn't tell you to go do the puzzle. It's been broken for like a year though. And so this is one of like the first VR chat maps I found. A lot of good memories with it, a lot of nostalgia. But it's been broken for like a year. It had an update on the 15th. And so I did that yesterday. It was so much fun.
Oh, that world, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want me to activate your neurons with nostalgia?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, 1 second.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
And
He has been...
Your fun fact
Go ahead.
Your fun fact for science for today, class, is that honeybees explode when they nut.
Yeah?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Nye has been so unhinged the last few years. And not in a bad way. In like a, holy shit, we're destroying the planet, wake the fuck up, people. I feel... Did you see when he tried to debate a creationist?
No, I did not. That sounds entertaining, though.
It was unfortunate, because Bill Nye is very well read, very smart, was very prepared for this. And he goes in like, how can you believe the Earth is 6,000 years old when we've got this proof that it's not? And the creationist was just like, no, that's fake. He's like, no, it literally can't be fake. It's a mechanical proof. And he's like bringing up carbon dating and being like, we can see how this works. And the guy's just like, nope, fake. And Bill was just like, I was not prepared for how stupid this person was. Oh god. It was like, you just felt bad for Bill. Because like, if you know what carbon dating is, you know it's very easy to like, this is how it works. There's not much coding in it. There's not much, like, anything. It's just we count the atoms and can see how old something is. And so, it's all hardware. And this guy just didn't understand it. I was just like, nope, you're just coding it to beep when you want. It's fake. And Bill's just like, oh, God. I was not prepared for how dumb this... Oh, speaking of dumb people. Have you guys seen how dumb kids are these days? Like, in school.
Oh, yeah, I think I seen it. The teacher was like,
Yeah!
how the f can these guys not read?
So...
I was like, yes, go off.
I mean...
Teachers do not deserve the bullshit that they get for, like, $40K a year.
Part of it is the pandemic, right? But part of it is just, like, the parents aren't being a part of it. And I get it, right? You know... I'm super anti-capitalism, so like parents just don't have time, and like people are getting crushed in society today. But like as a result, we've got these kids that are like first grade reading level, but they're in 7th grade, and it's like, oh god, this is not a good sign. And what sucks is people are gonna be like, oh, it was the pandemic, it was the lockdowns. We should have never done that. It's like, no, that's the wrong message to take from that. Hi, Rogos. I'm on a treadmill.
It couldn't possibly be me that done the bad parenting.
Yes.
Even though I was away from my child all the time, neglected him, and only gave him an iPad whenever he started to bother me about complex nuances of going through childhood. No, it couldn't be me.
Yep.
I'm the best fucking parent ever.
It's also... apparently, I didn't know this. You need parental consent to hold a kid back now, which is like, of course no parent is going to agree to that. They're just going to be like, nope, He just had a bad teacher. It's the school's fault. My kid's smart. It's like, okay. But to answer your question, Rogaz, I'm on a treadmill. Rain over there is in a treadmill. GD here is just really good at acting and walking in place.
Yes, I have marching potential.
Were you ever in a marching band in school?
Hmm?
Were you ever in like a marching band in like school?
Nah. Only thing I've done in school was like I played football
Mm.
and I played the clarinet.
Mm.
Bum, bum,
Ooh,
bum, ba-dum,
nice.
bum.
I was in a marching band for 4th and 5th grade. And in 4th grade, I was a percussionist, so I wanted to play the snare drum. But the 5th graders got to use the snare drums. And the 4th graders got the leftovers, so I think I played the tambourine. And then when I was in 5th grade, I was like, it's my time. I get to be the snare drummer this time. But there was a lot of 5th graders in the percussion section. And there was only 2 snare drums. And so the 2 better kids got to be the snare drummer. And then the
So
big kid
basically,
got to be the big bass drum.
Hmm?
And then I got the cowbell.
yep,
Yup.
you didn't bring home the chicken dinner.
Mm-hmm. My music teacher was awesome, though. My music teacher was this
Yeah, mine too.
this super cool guy. I remember he'd be like, "Kids, what's your favorite band?" My favorite band is Rage Against the Machine. And they hate middle-aged white guys like me the most in the world. And it was just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Nah, my metal teacher was awesome. He's like, every time we did something good in class, we were allowed to do something that was fun in a musical way. And I think the best one
Mhm.
was Rock Band. But he was like, he brought it up in such a funny way. He was like, okay, listen, guys, this is Rock Band, right? He said, you can play this on one condition. Don't you ever say this is the same thing as a religion. It was like, yeah, cool. He was like, don't you dare.
That's awesome.
I was like, okay, yeah.
So
I think that
with
was cool.
like,
And then ever since then, I became a Rock Band addict.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna go through my goth girl rock band phase soon again.
hell
It's gonna
yeah.
be fun.
I feel like with
Yeah.
creative classes like that, like art or music, it's more important to make it so that the kids are like into it and having fun than actually like learning proper processes. I had an art teacher in high school who she was so nice and just made this class so fun, and everybody looked forward to art and liked doing the different stuff with art that we were learning. And then her husband got a job in Arizona. We were in California at the time, so she was like, I gotta go. And the replacement teacher cared more about the history of art and learning like proper technique. And it was so miserable that I feel like she just killed art for 90% of the class.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's always that one kid who's gonna be a teacher's pet, though. You ain't gonna ever escape that.
I don't know if she had a teacher's pet. I think just everyone disliked her.
Damn, was she that bad?
I think she was
Damn,
that
never
bad.
mind.
There was, okay, so here's the thing. There was one girl.
100% efficiency.
There was one girl who was really, really good at art. She was like, everyone else was just like, oh, we kind of know how to do this stuff. And, you know, if we were compared to somebody that wasn't taking these classes, we'd be better. But this one girl, her name was Heather, was just like stages above everyone else. Like she was already an accomplished artist because she'd spent her whole life doing this. But she liked drawing manga. She liked the animes. And this teacher was like,
Oh.
this is not art. Don't ever let me see this in this class. And so
Oh.
the person who,
I would have fought with her.
yeah,
I
they
would've-
did.
I would have squared up. I would have been like, teacher. I would have been like, teacher, outside the door right now. I would have squared up.
They-
Nah.
They argued a lot, and it just, because, you know, it was a student and a teacher, it felt like we were watching the student just so, I remember just seeing her so frustrated and like she wanted to scream at this teacher and she just couldn't, right? So I remember just being like, this is so fucking painful and hard to watch. Thankfully, when the class ended, she kept drawing in later years, right? It was just, she just had to get through that class to like, oh my god.
I would have been like, nah, fuck that teacher, bro. I would have stood. I would have been like, all right. Now, if I had a talent, somebody try to stand in the way of that, I would be like, nah, you done fucked up.
I think the teacher was also like kind of close with some of the administrators, so it was like a bunch of us
I would
complained
have been
and
like, she's
nothing
sucking their
happened.
dick. I don't care. I would have took it to the authorities. I would have sued. And then I'm gonna use the money to sue to make a manga, and then that would have been irony to the max. You know? I would have finessed. I would have grabbed the bag. I'd be like, "Oh, this ain't art, huh? I sold books though, you bitch. What's up? It's called the Cranky Teacher." I would have been mad petty.
So Freya, appreciate the amazing wispy clouds in this scene. This zone is called Bastion in Shadowlands. Possibly the worst expansion of WoW. But the zones are pretty, especially this one. I fucking love this sky.
Wait, Shadowlands?
Shadowlands?
Shadowbringers?
Which one do you think came
Bro,
first?
They stole it. I don't know.
I also don't remember which one came first.
I think Shadowlands from WoW came first, and then Final Fantasy was like, "Hey, we can do this, but better."
I'd have to check because I feel like it's really, really close on which came first.
Yeah.
I almost want to say Final Fantasy Shadowbringers came first, and that is hi Core.
Hi.
That is a very that is a very common thing for Blizzard to do is yoink stuff. Now, I do think they had kind of been leading up to Shadowlands for a while, but at the same time, it felt super out of pocket and like this is the expansion now.
I mean, look at this. Yeah, same color scheme, same trees. Like, what's going on here? Even the grass is the same.
You know what this place most reminds me of? It reminds me of the dungeon at the end of Endwalker, which I can't talk about too much because Core's not there yet. Where'd Core go? There's Core.
Yes. Core went deja vu on us. For
You know what's really funny, Core? You're like hiding behind that wall and like peeking around it, but I'm filtering out the environment so I can see everything you do behind the wall.
Yeah. We can see everything. We have the power of clairvoyance.
What's really funny?
Happens. We spect all our points into clairvoyance. You can't run from us, Core.
What's really funny is when like different parts of a person's avatar disappear at different ranges. So they'll walk away and their clothes will disappear and they'll look naked for half a second. It's like, oh wait, oh god.
Wait, I didn't remember this being in WoW.
Yeah, this is WoW. Oh, you're saying the new deck. Derp. You feel for that girl, though? Your art professor in college said everything I drew was too cartoonish. Ugh. When a teacher's like, I want to mold you to be like my apprentice and draw the way I do, it's like, oh, fuck you.
Like I said, I would have been petty if I could draw, and then the teacher walks up to me. I'd be like, yeah, and then you end up here. So where's your art now? Huh?
Oh,
where's your God now?
Oh.
Huh? Where's that at? Huh? Huh? You getting paid $40K a year? You talking to me about being an artist? No. No. Like I said, just be petty. Actually, I'm giving the worst advice. Don't be petty to your teachers. They deal with enough. But if they're being pieces of shit, drive home that salary, and then drive home the misery that comes in afterwards. You know, because sometimes teachers just be like venting, so like you kind of can know what they go through in their daily lives, and it's just like damn, you shouldn't have told me that.
It's so like it's so difficult because sometimes the people that are the meanest and worst, it's like they're doing that because they're just under pressure and they got shit going on and they're just going through it, right? And
Yeah.
it's like, fuck you for being an asshole. But at the same time, like, I don't want you to keep going through that. I want your life to get better. You'll probably be a nicer person if your life gets better. So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It used to be so easy to be like, you're a dumb teacher and that's why you're paid dirt. And now it's like, oh, I feel really bad because you're a teacher and that job is hard and you're paid dirt.
Yeah. Especially like
There's-
knowing that they're not giving any increase in pay. And like, I was like, oh man, since everyone's going on strike, dude, teachers need a union and go on strike now, honestly. They need a pay increase.
I think they have a
It's
union.
just wild.
It's just
guys.
weak.
They need to go on strike for real now. Like, well, this is the perfect time. Not everything's going on strike. I mean, luckily the what was it? WGA just finally closed out a deal.
UAW, the
No, the UAW is still on strike, I believe.
Okay,
But the
okay.
WGA, the one for the actors,
oh yeah.
the Writers Guild. Yeah, they're closing out a deal. You know, thank God that they stood strong and stood their beliefs. And fuck everybody who was trying to be a scab.
And like,
Man,
man,
kick rocks and be on a sidewalk.
some of the
Scrounging
stuff,
around for 20 cents an hour.
some of the stuff the executives were saying were like, we're looking to replace all of them with AI anyway. It's just like, do you not just think you're a bad person? Like, how do they sleep at night? Just, ugh.
Money.
Probably on
Money.
a blanket or pillow of money. Yes.
I mean, they may cry. I feel like they just like, I get into the minds of it sometimes, right? So like, you gotta really take a deep dive. All right, what if you're an evil scumbag but you have like all the money? It's kind of like, okay, I could just like be super scumfuckery for like 5 minutes on national TV and tell how much I hate about people and that they're nothing but scumfuckering dust on beneath my heel, and then I'd be like, man, I feel really crappy about that. But I got all these money and all these puppies and kitties that I bought, and it's just like it instantly washes away. Because pets are OP. Pets are an OP. They need to
probably-
be debuffed a little bit.
They probably donate a fraction of it to a charity, and they're like, yep, that washes
Nope,
away
not
all my
even.
bad stuff. No, like, just the tiniest amount. Or some of them just, like, not even do that. I don't know.
They were like, oh man, this kid's got cancer. I feel super bad. Here's a penny. I put that penny in the foundation. You could go real far for it.
Yeah. Donate to a
Oh, the only
charity
donation
a
that
small
goes
amount,
to-
and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, but now I can
Donate
also
to the
tax
charity
write
of
this off
pets.
and have more money.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They donate to a charity for pets, and then they get like mad pets to feel
No,
good.
they don't donate.
I'm telling you,
They
that's
don't
how
donate
it'll
to
be done.
charity.
Oh?
They round up their Starbucks.
Oh my
Purchase.
goodness. Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Ah.
But nah, I think it's just, I mean, I don't think they necessarily even have to do that, because it's just like, there's this OP broken power we call, stocks and stock buybacks.
Oh my god.
Here's another money fun lesson. I am going to use the 1% of my brain to teach you about the economy. All right. So stock and stock buybacks is basically assets that you cannot tax. So they don't even have to give to charity as long as they just have that there. And then what they do is they just be like, hey, I got all these assets, but no money. Can I get money? And the banks is like, yeah, that's totally cool. They was like, oh, right. Thank you, man. And that's how you become rich.
It's so depressing. It's so
Yeah.
depressing.
Wow.
We
Zoom.
the economy would crash if we gave our employees a living wage. We just can't do it. Didn't you just make 60 billion in stock buybacks? Well, yes, but that's
You just
unrelated.
can't do it.
We just can't.
My hold on, no, I gotta do this in her voice because oh my god, this shit was irritating. You see, my thing is based on whatchamacallit? I'm forgetting the word. Oh, performance, right? Yeah, my thing is based on performance. what are you performing, ma'am? I make sure that their wages are low so we can have our profits high.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't remember
What
which
do you
European
do for
country it
fun?
was, but I want to say it was Finland. They had a bank crash like ours did. And over here, the government bails the bank out and gives them a bunch of money, and it costs everybody a bunch of money. In Finland, the government paid off everybody's what they lost through the bank. And then they sent the bank owners to
I'm gonna go live
jail.
in Finland, actually. I'm gonna move to Finland.
Take me with you.
I'll take everybody with me. Like I said, I'm going to be famous by being hilarious first. I'm gonna have a stand-up comedy, and then once I make a lot of money off of that, I'm like, hey guys, we're getting out of the United States. Who's with me? You know, they said we're not welcome here. Fine, I'm just gonna go to Finland. You know,
Iceland. It was
You
Iceland, not
can't be
Finland.
doing. Oh, I mean, Finland's still pretty good though.
Yeah.
You think so?
Or at least I think so. What do
I
you
mean-
tell him? Or Denmark, maybe Denmark too.
Like
I am-
Finland, I think how long did it take for them to get like that one nuclear reactor up and running?
So
It's kind of
So-
hilarious.
Rain is German, and so they're more
Mhm.
privy to all the problems in the European countries. But like
Oh, okay.
at the same time, it sounds pretty nice.
All of them, all the European countries.
Probably not all of them, but they're neighbors.
No.
I
What
remember
do you mean? Rain is the ambassador of Europe. What are you talking about? They know
Germany. I remember
everything.
seeing Germany was. I remember seeing a German teacher talking about education, and so when we were talking about how little schools were paid earlier, I was like, "Yeah, Rain probably doesn't deal with that at all," because this German teacher was like, if I remember correctly, they don't do standardized testing. The teachers are paid like doctors. What was the third thing?
Would
There-
be nice.
Would be nice. Are you saying it's not like that?
Yeah, like maybe the ones that are actually like kind
College
of as
professors?
the like no like on the same step as like a government official, like sort of like it used to be that way, but that's a long time ago.
Oh.
Nowadays you sometimes like get these shit where the school will actually fire the teacher over like the summer holidays so they don't have to pay.
What? That's messed up.
Yes.
What went wrong?
Like
It's okay.
it's stupid. Like and then they wonder.
Hang on. Midst. What are you saying there? Huh? Please explain? Elaborate?
I don't think they can.
But yeah. Also, when I went to school,
Mm-hmm.
I had a pretty decent English teacher. But at I think 9th grade,
Mm-hmm.
teacher switched. And I basically had like the second to worst like rating you
My
can
arteries
get
hurt from
in
looking
English.
at
Mm. I
And
go ahead.
interestingly enough, that teacher was also our music teacher. It's don't worry, it's she doesn't do English anymore as far as I know.
In middle
But
school and high
in
school.
10th grade,
Oh, go ahead.
we got a different teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and by the end of like my school time, which is basically 10th grade, I got the second to best right.
Hell yeah.
So that teacher was just so trash. The
I
new teacher was awesome.
in middle school and high school, I always got along with my teachers. There's only one that really hated me, and she didn't really hate me. She hated my friend and kind of me by association. But I was a kid that always, like, I got along with even the worst teachers. We had a history teacher in middle school that everyone hated. People did not like this teacher because she wasn't fun, she was boring, and she kind of graded harshly. I ended up getting along with her pretty well. My grades, I actually got into World of Warcraft. Oh, this must have been high school, actually. In high school, I got into World of Warcraft, so my grades tanked. And in her class, my parents and her set up a thing where it's like, okay, because Euland isn't turning in their homework, they have to go, like, see the teacher after school every day to, like, register that they turned in their homework. Like, the teacher had to sign off on this. I don't know. I remember fucking hating it. But I got along with her. I was nice, right? And I was doing my homework now. And my grades eventually went up. The teacher at the end of the semester, or I guess the year, because we didn't have semesters in high school. This teacher gave 3 awards out. The highest grade in the class, the highest testing grade in the class, and the most improvement in the class. I can't do 3 fingers. And I got the award for most improvement because I went down to a D and I brought it up to like a B or something. And the reward for these was a painted rock. And so she literally gave me a rock that's like had a bunch of paint on it that said, like best improvement. And I remember just looking at this and be like, this would have been better if you gave me nothing. I didn't say that to her, but I was just like, oh, thanks.
Did you, or do you still have that rock?
I might still have that rock. Would be funny.
Frame it.
Award for most potential.
Oh my god.
By the way, how far are we, miles-wise?
We are at
Just curious.
3.8 miles. I think we're going to be over 5 by the end of this video.
Nice.
I'm gonna make it 10. It's like,
No.
starts running.
Oh my god, no.
Oh my goodness.
Today is going to be a nice and easy day because yesterday we had to incline the whole time.
What if you jogged and incline?
Oh god, that sounds awful. The thing with jogging is that the IK tracking starts to get a little wonky. And it'd probably be loud.
Yeah, it does.
We also... Hi, Senril. We also didn't have colored hair allowed at our school. It was only natural hair colors. And I remember one girl, she wore... she had pink highlights on the underside of her hair, which was very minor. It was very, like... such a small thing, and this teacher, like, stopped mid-lesson to, like, push her hair to the side, which is already kind of creepy. It was like, you have pink hair. Go to the office. Tell them you have pink hair. It was just like, oh my god.
We don't take kindly to your pink hair around here, girl.
You could keep your totally natural ice cream hair, right?
Nope, I'd get in trouble for this. Hold on, wait. She told you to go clean your hair. So you did, and then she was like, you cleaned your hair, go to the principal. Specifically, she was like, you left school grounds. This just sounds like the teacher is out to get you. Well, here's the thing.
Harassing.
We can keep the ice cream hair, because we're never going back to school. If it was like, alright, Euland, you're isekai'd and you're going back to school again, I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna be the dropout. I ain't doing this again. No thank you. She harassed a lot of kids. Sounds like a lovely person.
Yulin is Neapolitan flavored.
Oh my
Yeah, man.
god.
Oh wait, something died. What died? Oh, my leg. Can't move. My leg. My back.
I had a lot of good teachers.
My soul.
Although I went to a private Christian school, so even the good teachers I look back on, I'm like, oh, they were actually kind of crazy. I had a few bad teachers. When I went to college, that's when I had the worst teachers. Oh my god, I had the worst teachers in college. The absolute worst teacher I had, he was a genetics professor. And he got his degree in India and then came over to the States and was tenured. So he was untouchable. But, like, he would just, like, grade girls differently than boys. If he didn't like you, he would try to embarrass you. Yeah, he would just grade the girls differently. Like, he would just mark them off. And then a guy would have put the same answer and get it right. And we'd compare tests after and be like, they said the same thing. Why is she marked down and he's not? And he's like, I don't have to explain myself to you. She got it wrong. It's like, all right, dude, fuck you. I saw a comedy sketch talking about the exact topic in class. I felt like I was showing an interest by showing him this comedy sketch about genetic modification in infancy. And he tells everybody in class that I'm sending him porn. It's like, motherfucker, it's a YouTube video. What are you talking about? Fuck you.
I mean, hey, to be fair, he's probably
believe
never
you would
seen
send him
anything in his
porn.
life, so it probably was considered a him.
I sent him.
Like how countries, like, you know, they seeing a little bit of eyes, they see a little bit of hair, and they be like,
oh my god. I sent him a Whitest Kids You Know sketch. And I was like, I didn't even bring it up in class. He was like, Yuland, did you send me porn last night? Did you mean to send that to me? And I was like, what? I sent you a Whitest Kids You Know sketch. It was kind of suggestive earlier. And I remember, thankfully, I had a small class of like 7 people. And they were like, what did you actually send him? And I brought up the email in front of them. I was like, I sent him a fucking YouTube video. And they're like, oh yeah, this teacher's a fucking idiot. He God, he was just an asshole. I'm
telling you, I'm telling you, dude, they never seen any cleavage, they never seen any. He's probably seen all of that. He was like, oh my goodness.
Here's the worst
part. I'm going to go home and have a good time tonight.
No, Yulin was very different back then. But here's the worst part. I failed his class and I had to take it over. And that was just fucking miserable.
I would have been like, no, fuck it, bro, I'm gonna drop out.
I needed it for my degree. It was required. And he was the only person teaching
like, well, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna come back for like 10 years and I'm gonna wait till you die.
That's why Yulin's a marine biologist.
I'm gonna smack you. Who was I talking to recently? Where someone was like, oh yeah, because Yulin's a marine biologist, and it was Spacefish. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was Spacefish. I had to explain it to someone recently. They were like, whoa, Yulin, you're a marine biologist? And I'm like, no. I need a drink.
Those are nice wings.
Yeah, the people in the zone are like very angel themed. But the purple ones are bad. The blue ones are good. I think it was a bit after the Space News. I think it was in their chat. I'm trying to think who it could have been. But I don't remember.
If Yulin goes to space, Yulin can be a space marine biologist.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean I study? Does that mean I study military soldiers, or am I studying, like, fish in space?
You're studying fish in space.
Okay, but that doesn't make
Space
any
sharks.
sense, because there's not much marine in space. It would just be, like, a space biologist. What?
Yeah, that'd be easy. That means it'd be easy to be a space marine biologist.
Okay, but I feel like a space marine biologist would just be a biologist that's part of the space marines. Oh, treadmill decided we're done.
Alright, we're done. We're finished. Woohoo! We just
No.
glide now.
No, we just hit the start
You
button
know,
again.
I'm just gonna imagine I'm using a skateboard. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. The hell is this conversation?
Oh wait,
Don't
Hunt, you
worry
didn't
about
know?
it.
Yulen's is marine biologist.
Bonk.
But you're a marine biologist?
No!
Oh.
I have an environmental biology
I don't
degree.
know.
And this one just got it in her head that
Oh shit, Big Hill.
that I was a marine biologist. So she kept asking me fish facts. And I was like, I don't know, Core, I don't really have much knowledge on that. And she'd be like, what? But aren't you a what? A marine biologist? No. No, and I've never been a marine biologist. Core's just like, what? But I thought you were. No,
Get off the skateboard.
I got a degree in environmental biology. I've studied things like topology and fertilizer runoffs. Not marine biology.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there's a few streamers that are marine biologists. And there's probably one or two that, like, just talk about marine biology for their stream.
The only degree that I got
While they
is
play
in business
Subnautica?
administrations.
While they play Subnautica.
I don't got anything cool like that. I mean, I
Uh.
probably should have picked something cool like that, but no. I just kind of wanted to be an administrative assistant for some reason. Still kind of do, you know? Yeah.
I'm gonna play Subnautica on day 100. And I was watching somebody I met recently. Their name's Hoku. And she was playing Subnautica. And she'd just be talking to chat, collecting stuff from the caves, and then it would be like 30 seconds left of oxygen. And she's like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And she's like trying to leave the cave and get to the surface. And I was immediately just like, oh great, my biggest fear. Why am I playing this game again? This is gonna be awful.
I've played it in VR, and yeah, nah. Yeah,
So-
nah, dog. That's no for me, dog.
I'm gonna
I'm
be a shameless sellout and put up a tip goal and make them pay for it. And we're gonna try.
Hey, there's.
I think
listen.
we're gonna try it in VR. I feel like I'm gonna get too scared for that and switch to desktop.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. The VR for it is janky, so I do recommend it in desktop. Other than VR, it still needs a lot of work for the VR use.
When
to
did
be
you
honest.
play it in VR?
Over.
I think like a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't that
Oh.
long. It was a couple of weeks ago.
I'd heard that the
Yeah.
VR had gotten a
It's-
lot better,
it's-
but if you played it a few weeks ago, rip.
It's a little janky still on some ends. It's a little weird and iffy on how to play it, but I mean it works. But it's still it's a little like I don't know how to say like unoptimized. So
I see.
right, but you can still play it with everything. You're just gonna have to deal with working around it a little bit.
What problems does it have with VR?
I don't know. I just think like again the interface and like I mean I have indexes, so I don't know. Maybe if you're using a different controller, it might be a better experience on you for you. But I'm using an index and I like the interface and like how trying to maneuver and navigate. It's a little bit weird. Like,
Mm,
you kind of, yeah.
okay.
hmm I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's just like a me thing. I mean, you could give it a try out and see for yourself, but I think it's just maybe me.
I mean, so my understanding is that if I start
And
in
I'm a
VR, I
gigantic
can
pussy.
switch. So I could try it in VR and be like, yeah, this fucking sucks, and then just switch to desktop.
hmm
But I don't got to worry about that now. That's more than a month away.
Yeah.
Ah,
No, yeah, if it does get better in VR, anyways, by the time you play it, then yeah, give it a go. It's scary in VR a little bit, you know,
oh, it will
especially
be.
if you go cave diving.
It will be.
I tell people, you know, some things you just can't do for too long because your heart just feels like it's gonna fucking implode.
Mhm.
Those are one of them things.
I feel like what's
And,
gonna
like,
happen.
There's one game that I definitely cannot play in VR, which is Emily Wants to Play.
Oh God.
Nope.
I feel like what's gonna happen
Nope.
is I'm gonna try and do the story. I'm gonna get to the part where I have to go like deep cave diving and get freaked the fuck out, and then I'm gonna go back to the shallows and be like, we're just gonna build pretty bases for a while. That's what we're gonna do for the next 6 hours. Yulin makes your heart want to explode.
And then maybe.
Oh my
Aw,
goodness.
you're so cute. That's so adorable.
I can't believe
So
this.
dangerous.
Well, I'll make them sign a waiver, so it won't be my fault.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're gonna make them sign yours by, you know, paying money in order to play.
Mhm.
And you could think about it this way: it's not selling out; it's just literally having medical insurance just in case your heart gives out from the scare. That's all it is, you know.
You're suing still. Wait,
That's
no.
what it's- Oh, that's fucked up.
It's okay, they can't sue if their heart explodes.
But what if they can? What if they're like, with my last breath, I sue
Oh,
Yulin for
God,
everything they have?
televised.
Well,
Well,
Has there
someone
ever
needs to
come a
be there.
moment
Just
and
take care
realize
of
where you
that.
could have sued somebody, but you're like, damn, it's too late?
No. I've had a pretty sheltered and easy-going life.
I think I probably could have almost sued. I probably could have
Sheltered.
almost
I
sued.
love that song.
Oh my god.
The way that the police said, actually, I almost got like arrested for like literally no reason.
I
While was
mean-
16, because I bought a bandage, right? And
Mhm.
I walked out the store and immediately put the bandage on because, you know, it's fucking first aid, you know.
Mhm.
So I did that, and like I not even like until I got down the block, like at the end of the street when I bought it from the store. I don't even know how the cops got there that quickly. I was already putting handcuffs and putting back in the car before I was even asked if I like even had a receipt or if I had like or if I had recently purchased this or anything. Like, yeah, I was just automatically assumed that I was a criminal and almost arrested. I was like, oh well, that's cool, you know?
A bandage?
Ah,
A bandage jacker?
Yeah. Yeah, right. Like who the fuck? Like who goes around and steal bandages, right? And then like it's like when I work, and then I end up working for the company later, and then I realized I was like, hold on, she went about this completely the wrong way because this lady called the cops first. Didn't even ask, like, because when you're in customer service or in retail, like normally what you're supposed to do is like, okay, you're supposed to not assume first. Nope, she clear that bar, and even if you kind of assume somebody is stealing, you kind of just suggest that hey, they forgot to pay for something, so that if they actually already pay for it, they could show you the receipt just to be like, here, I had this already, or
Mhm.
if they didn't pay for it, if they just forgot, they can go pay for it up front. Or you know, stuff like that, because you're not supposed to assume off the gate first. So no, she cleared that bar too, like just completely jump over those two. And then it's just like, okay, you could, you know, check the security footage, right? Because there's cameras and stuff like they're at the register showing that they paid for everything. No, they didn't even want to go do that. Jumped over like just 3 whole stages. Like you couldn't pick one of them to choose just to like mitigate this whole thing, right? Just jump right over the 3 of them. Like, hey.
I'm not surprised you have a story like
so
that.
what? Did they just?
Yeah.
You just wait. You just so what happened? You just get in the cop car and they're like, and then like.
Yeah, I bought a bandage and then like. I bought a bandage, walked out the store, and put the bandage on, and then like the cop immediately almost.
The aftermath.
Oh.
Like what?
Like,
what happened after?
How did you get it? How did they let? Why did they let you go? Well, obviously we know why.
Because they decided to do the steps after, where it's like I was in the cop car and already in handcuffs.
So they like asked you?
No, they just went in the store and then looked at the footage, which they could have done in the first place. It's not that hard. It's like, okay, thanks, asshole.
And then they like unhandcuffed you and they're like, you be careful next time, and you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, they just uncuffed me. No, sorry, no, nothing. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, you know, because they did nothing wrong on their ends. But either of them did nothing wrong on their end, you know? Because people are just stealing bandages now, and it's super important to make sure you get those thugs, all right? So don't steal bandages, you know? That's a important lesson of today, right? Important lesson. And there was a second time where I was coming home late at night, right? And my car was a little old, so it like takes a little shimmying to like close the door and make sure that it's locked. But you know, cop came in, see me just doing that, and was like, "You looking a little suspicious with your car here?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm coming home from work." Like, you know what I mean? Like it's late at night, and it was like, yeah, okay. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of people going around and stealing cars. I'm like, yeah, really? Oh wow, I didn't know that. It's crazy. There's a lot of people stealing cars. And a lot of people stealing cars around in an Amish neighborhood, you know? Don't really see a lot of stolen carriages, but you know, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, so
unless those carriages have catalytic converters.
So I'm white.
Who knows?
The skin color of this avatar is pretty close to what my skin color is IRL. I remember going to school once. My mom was driving, and apparently the speed limit for this road was like 25, and she was going 39. And we got pulled over, and this police officer was like, "Do you know how fast you're going?" She's like, "Oh, I actually don't know." And he's like, "Well, I clocked you going 39. It's a 25, so you were well over the speed limit." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then he takes off his glasses. He goes, "But you look like a nice lady, so this will just be a warning. You enjoy your day now." And it's like, I thought that was just how it was for everybody, right? Because I mean, I grew up with the whole.
You're a child.
Yeah, I was a child.
Yeah.
I was also just white, and so like I just thought, hey, if you're not doing anything wrong, you know, accidents happening, police are the good guys. Now I'm on the internet, and I see, holy shit, it ain't like that for everybody.
Nah, it's unfortunately is not, you know. I wish it was, but you know, pretty not.
Something though I feel is that there are so many fucking interactions, and only like a very small percentage actually goes to the internet.
Yeah, because like for instance, like I said, my actions don't. Like, I didn't feel like recording or doing anything like that, or nobody else was recording when I was already in handcuffs, you know what I mean? Like, that, I mean, there still is some good out there, because, like, there was this one instance where there was a cop where, like, kind of understood that, that I like, genuinely, like, made a little mishap, and it was like, yeah, no, you're okay, you're good, just get home safe. And I was like, wow,
Okay.
you're a good apple of the bunch. Wonder how many years it's gonna take for them to ruin you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
true.
That's the thing. You know, because like it was like I must have, because I was in my head was thinking like, you're new to the force, aren't you? You know what I mean? Around in that neighborhood, because like I've never really gotten an interaction really like that. There is like. There's a bit of an issue where it's like not even it's just like saying it's for like my race, but I think it's just again like how the industry is just built in total, where it's like you must fear everything. Kids are out there to fucking murder you. I'm like, oh my god, what is your training regimen, sir? Like, what's going on? Please.
Their training regimen is everyone is out to get you, so always be on the defense, always be ready to draw and.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame him, especially in the US. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them I can blame. I feel like a lot of them I can.
assume like it's that bad.
Somewhat. I mean, in the U.S., let's just say our police force is
I will
don't
just
want to talk about it.
I'll just hard disagree with you there, Rain, because I feel like you don't have to assume they're out to get you. If you feel like endangered and you're like, oh, I don't want to be a police officer, this is too dangerous line of work, you could just go do something else. I feel like as a police officer, you're there to serve and protect, and like I don't feel like treating everyone like they're a villain and out to kill you and you're the victim, so you need to be ready to defend yourself. I don't like that idea. I don't like that because it's a job you just don't have to do. You can go do something else. And like...
Yeah. And it's just like every time you think there's one good cop, and then you just like you see like there's one like head of police department, by the way, runs over a person and be like, oh yeah, we'll just write a check, you know, no problem. Sir, excuse me? Yeah, you never seen that?
Yeah, that happened.
So recently, the head of New York Police Department, there was a person that was like literally like not. Head of police department of some like high end up there, right? Vice president. So the dude hits a chick going 75 on a 25, and like he's like, yeah, no, she's probably doesn't have any value. You know, we'll just write a check and everything's good. And it's like, do you not know body cams exist? Like, I'm sorry, like it's like. And it's just like, and you don't really think like things that happen to you like that. And then I just kind of like every time and it's like the scary thing is, it's like it does. I was like, because like, you know, I've dealt with stuff like that, and I was like, man, what can you really say or do when it's not even like hidden anymore? They're just out about it and probably not going to get fired. You know,
I grew up thinking like. Nobody should be afraid of the police. You know, if you're not doing anything wrong, you won't get in trouble. And then I've met people who are like, yeah, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I've just been pulled over 10 times because apparently being black is suspicious. And it's like, oh, But a lot of people...
that happens sometimes.
A lot of people don't think that's the way it is. They think like, oh, my circumstances, the only thing that applies to everybody. And so the people that are... you know, getting in trouble, going to jail, getting harassed or abused by the police. They were doing something wrong. It's just like,
Yeah, and I mean, and then let's just put this out there. It's not like, and it's like, it's not only like if you're just like black, like it's just like if you're also like kind of poor too. Like they have a severe disdain for like poor people. Like it's pretty wild. Severe disdain.
Go ahead, Rain.
My threadmill just stopped.
Decided you were done for the day.
Basically, there are, I would think, multiple factors to that. Like, for one, if all people assume that the police is out to get you, obviously that will, like, reflect in your, like, facial expressions and whatever, right? So that would already put, like, any police officer on guard. Right?
Yeah.
Like right away.
Mhm.
And then sometimes it's also like in addition to like maybe being black. Yeah? It's like the car you drive.
Yeah.
If it's like a small shitbox, because maybe you can't afford anymore, or anything else, or whatever. Maybe they pull you over more just because of that car.
It is many
Like-
factors. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And they're all playing together, I would say. And it's like,
Mhm.
I mean, obviously I do have a different perspective on police,
Mhm.
being German, you know?
Mhm.
So it's like, I don't know. Like, I do have, like, friends that are, like, from, or migrated from Turkey, or at least their parents did.
Right.
And they basically get over, like, constantly.
Mm.
But then they're also driving, like, a shitbox Honda Civic. So it's like, you know, unless there is, like, a pizza delivery service logo on that shitbox, yeah, police probably want to have a closer look to it, or at it, just at the car.
I would be hesitant to say that's the reason.
I mean, in addition to the other stuff, I mean.
Yes. Yes. Because, I mean, that's, for one, that's what the police would love for you to think is the, like, only reason, right? Like, oh, you know, this is,
No,
this
it's
was
not
a...
just that, but
Yeah, but, like, if you say to a police officer, oh, you pulled this person over because they're black, they're going to say, like, no, there was other factors, right? They want you to focus on those other factors. It is many things. It is the, like, you know, rundown car. A huge part of it is probably the ethnicity. A huge part of it is probably how distrusting they are of police, right? You know, if a police officer pulls me over, I'm not feeling threatened. I'm relaxed. I'm comfortable. Whereas, like, if somebody who's black gets pulled over, they're probably, like, scared. They're probably like, oh, God.
Shit in my pants.
I've
every
seen what
time.
happens.
Every fucking time.
Yeah. They're probably, like, sweating. They're probably, like, you know, super uncomfortable. They're probably, like, scared to look at them in the eye. And to a police officer, that's like, why are they acting this way? Now, the reason is because for a lot of those families...
It's a negative feedback loop.
Yeah. There's many things that lead to it. Most of them are bad. Most of them are bad reasons that I feel like are unjustifiable. There's a whole bunch of shit with it. I think there needs to be reform. I think whatever reform would happen would take decades. It's so ingrained in the system that there's nothing that we could just, we're doing this now and it would switch overnight. It's just such an entrenched problem that this shit sucks. What I do know,
exactly,
if you're black, you are 3 times more likely to be killed by police. And one of the biggest arguments you'll hear against that is, well, more white people are killed by police, actually. And it's like, cool, let me explain to you per capita. Because there's like 5 to 6 times more white people in this country than black people. So there better fucking be more.
Oh, something that is also a factor I just remembered. Basically, here in Germany, you have to have like a first aid kit, like a little warning sign, like when you're broken down, you put it behind your car, like a few hundred meters. And they will ask for that. Most people have that in their trunk, right? So they use that as an excuse to look what's in the trunk.
Oh. Yeah, that's,
For me, it's like literally, I just like, no, take my arm, like put it between like the center console and the rear seat, and be like, yoink, here you go.
Yeah. What are we at?
Because
We're
it's like an
5.1
all-in-one
miles.
thingy, I'm like, nice. So, yeah. So sometimes, like, if they have a suspicion, oh, you might be smuggling drugs or whatever, it's like, yep, And obviously, yeah, they're going by ethnicity on that one. Most of the time, at least.
Okay. We're at 5.1 miles. We probably have like 0.3 more miles to go. I think it's only like 8 more minutes of the video. I'd have to check. What do we have for calories? I want to say we're in the 600s.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 530 calories.
And
That's a lot less than I thought it would be.
so yeah, I mean, it's like obviously there are country differences. Like police over here is more relaxed in general. Because there is like, well, they don't have to feel that, oh, someone's just gonna draw a gun on them.
Right.
Unless maybe they're in the big city where it's like more common for people to have like illegal firearms.
For here?
And like you have like
Go ahead.
some areas where police doesn't like to go. Like because clans and whatever, like yeah. That's
For
why I'm
here-
saying Berlin is a shithole, then you have Frankfurt, which is also known as Crackfurt.
It
for a
is.
reason.
It is an absolute It is an absolute crapshoot whether police are good or not. There's a lot of areas where just you can expect the police to be bad. Just they fucking will be.
Yeah.
But like other than that, it's like literally district to district. It really just depends on who's there. In cities, they can be bad. In rural areas, they can be real fucking bad. I'm kind of ACAB, where I think all cops are bastards. And I think if there's a good cop, they get run out of the force by the bad cops because the police union and like sense of brotherhood for police is real fucking strong. But there are good police officers. There are good police districts. I just feel like there's so many bad areas. There's so many bad police. I drive a heavily modified car, and I always panic a bit when I'm driving near a cop. Yeah, it...
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah?
In Germany, if you have a heavily modified car, you're also really like likely to get pulled over. Because then they like be like, is everything like approved that you put on your car? And then they have someone else look it over, like a professional. And like, if it's not, your car is staying there. Or
Oh,
you
boy.
need to bring a trailer.
A red Mustang. Yeah. Yeah, that's a target on your car for sure.
It's like, yeah. Like, that's one thing where I'm like, you guys over there have it really nice with like car modification stuff. Over here, it's hard as hell.
Well, with car modification stuff,
Unless you're rich.
I feel like we have a lot of car-related deaths, so maybe it shouldn't be the way it is. This nation is so like in love with cars, and I'm not saying like trains would solve all of our problems. Our infrastructure does not support trains.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
we've become so heavily
Walking,
dependent
what is
on.
that? 15 minutes saves everything within walking distance. They're trying to control his brother. I'm telling you.
When I lived in Texas in my own apartment, I was across the street from work, and there was a grocery store that delivered groceries for $2. And so I didn't own a car. Oh, that shit was the best. Now, there's nothing like that here. And so if I need to get groceries, it's either a $15 delivery, or I have to drive 2 or 3 miles there. Don't touch my car's dent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, miss. Cars suck. They're killing the planet.
Walking, what is that? What is walking? Is that some type of technique you use to get around places? That sounds incredibly stupid. When I could just drive my Ford F-150.
Get a horse
I
instead.
had too much. Yeah.
You know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of a Smosh joke where they were like, I'm the guy that sells cars in commercials, but this time I have a different question for you. What do you think sweats more? This person in this dangerous situation, or Shane Dawson looking at this fucking cat?
Oh no.
Oh God, West, what did you do?
He's like, listen, brother. I felt the engine go vroom vroom under my feet, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't hit the brakes. I must keep going. That's how I got my license suspended. West, oh my
You
goodness.
sound like the TF2 medic. In the Meet the
Having
Medic
a-
trailer.
My license
God.
expired, but like, here's the thing. When it was like a month away from expiring, I went to the DMV website and I was like, my license is expiring, renew it. Which you could totally do online, and they're like, yeah, you're at an age and, you know, whatever. We just send it to you. But because of the pandemic, they just fucking didn't. They said they did, and then I never got it, and they never, like, approved it in the system, so it was like it didn't exist. And so I was like, cool. And so at this point, it had expired, and I went in, and I was like, I need to get a license, and they were like, did you make an appointment? And I was like, no. I mean, should I have? And they're like, well, the earliest we can see you is 3 months from now. So,
What?
yeah, dude, it was fucking awful in Texas. The DMV
That
fell apart
sounds
there.
more like bureaucracy than even over a year.
It
Like,
was-
Holy shit.
It
Are
was
you guys
just
doing
absolute
German things?
incompetence. No, it was just absolute incompetence. And so,
Sounds
I
like
didn't have a
German.
license, and I moved back to Missouri, and I wanted to get... I was like, I'm getting a fucking appointment this time, holy shit, in case it's everywhere. And they were like, yeah, we can have an appointment for you a month from now. And it's just like, Jesus Christ. And so, got an appointment, went in, and they're like, oh, because your license expired in a different state, you have to take a driving exam. So it's like, fuck me.
Ah,
So I had to take the driver's test again. It was easy enough. And then I got my license, but like, I didn't have a license for a little bit, and it's just like, this fucking sucks.
it really does.
You'd be down for more motorcycle-friendly infrastructure, but I love your manual transmission, loud as hell car, and won't ever want an electric. I'm sorry, miss.
Damn.
If I had my way, I'd fucking get rid of it. I'm sorry. Maybe let you play around on those on like a racetrack or something, but... Hi, Jewel.
That
I'm
sucks,
gonna-
Euland. Subscribe to
I'm gonna go
Euland
back
so
to being
Euland
a
doesn't have
nomad.
to drive.
That's true. If Yulin is just working by walking all the time, then you don't. Then Yulin doesn't need a car. You know?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Technically,
Think
I don't
about it.
have a car. I just use my parents'. Because I use it so infrequently, it's like, hey, can I drive 2 miles to the grocery store and back? Yeah, sure. You're the old lady that complains about loud vehicles?
I also hope my downstairs.
Oh my god, Kitsu! You can't say
They
that!
smoke cigarettes on there.
I mean, if they smoke all the time, it might happen.
Don't worry. Listen, God's gonna do the work for you. Oh, I'm going to hell.
Oh my god, Gigi. No, don't put fart spray in your diffuser. Just get like an air freshener or something.
It'll make it. You don't want to make it worse.
Union Station is gonna be
you
on
never
Missouri.
know, man. Sometimes I feel like people just like live out of like spite, even to the point where they just kind of like I don't know, they transcend death somehow. Because it's like you see like, especially like during COVID, it was super weird. You see like 80-year-olds with like COVID that's like hacking up blood, and then the next thing in 2023 they're like all good. Now it's like, bro, you was at
This is
the
pretty-
gates. How are you alive? Especially that with smoking, like some people just smoke a pack a day and they just feel better than me, like with being zooted in C4 energy. I'm like, how do you function? Like, do you even breathe? What's going on there? Some
You
people
bring
are just
back
built
souvenirs
different.
from hell.
I'm going to hell. Want something? We're almost there.
Would there even be
Yeah,
any,
I
any
do.
Resurrect
good?
and like a pump.
Would there even be any good
That way we can
souvenirs in
solve
hell?
energy
No.
problems.
No. Hell is described in the Bible is falling through a lake of fire and blind. So you have the perpetual feeling of falling, you can't see shit, and you're on fire. That's what hell is.
Hmm.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like kind of listening to Skibbity Toilet for like
hell-
eternity.
I thought
It's like
hell was
you listen to
Dante's
Skibbity
Inferno.
Toilet for like after 30 minutes, like even after 30 minutes it bops, like I can listen to it for 30 minutes straight. And then it's like the 1 second after 30 minutes is just ear torture. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, so for me it's that, but there's no 30 minutes of enjoyment. It's just right from the get-go, I'm like, oh, I don't like this.
See, I'm gonna bring this up, right? What if we are living in hell? All right, we constantly have our hopes brought up that humanity's going to get better, only for it to get drastically
Oh my
worse
God.
over the course of the time period.
It's
What
good
if we're already living
sometimes.
in it, brother?
There's good moments.
Yeah, exactly.
why-
but
that's-
I feel like
That's
I
so
feel
you
like
can, that's
listen,
so
the
it can
devil.
have
Listen,
somewhere to compare it to, Euland.
Hey, you know what?
listen. But let me tell you
If
something.
this is hell and this
Hey,
walk
the
with the
devil-
three of you in chat is just to give me hope, then, you know, fucking worth.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. Listen, the devil is the best liar, all right? It can make you feel like you're soaring when actually you are falling. Just
Mm.
think about it, you know?
Ah,
Just think
Ah.
about it.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you can tell if you're flying and if you're not flying.
we did it.
I don't know.
wow.
Whoa. Oh my goodness.
Where's my mouse? Ah,
This is hell. I would not be surprised, yeah.
ah.
I mean, I think all Satan would have to do is just sprinkle a little bit of hellfire here and there. You know what I mean? I mean, actually, I think he already did in some cases.
No, look at me.
Just bring back some of the fire from hell, and then we can make some
tiny bit of
good
hellfire.
campfire.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit
can-
of
we can
hell
make-
in
we can
your
roast
Girl,
life.
white phosphorus on Ukraine. God.
Where's Chatterino? What did I say we went? 5.7? That's more than I thought we did.
No, Euland is stinky.
Y'all need music.
Okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, trackers? What are we doing here? What are we?
Wait, I don't want to rate. I want to set the title.
I thought hell was Dante's Inferno.
Maybe that is a title. Raid. Shadow Legends is a
It was-
cool game that you can get.
It was day 68, right? We're on 68. Thank you, Freya.
Yeah.
Freya already reading my mind and answering before I'm asking.
It's only a war crime.
You're not even nice yet.
He created hell when he invented depression.
Updated title. What do we do for 69? I'm sorry, we're not doing anything for 69. I don't have anything prepared. If I had a bunch of beach videos.
You'll stream on a different platform.
No. That's later. That's January.
Yeah, we're just gonna celebrate funny number.
Are we going to celebrate the funny number? I don't really have anything planned.
Funny number. Go.
No.
I don't know. Just be sleazy. You've been 68 days of kindness. You can allow yourself 1 day of sleaziness.
How do I be more sleazy than I have been?
Do you want me to show you?
I've got it, Yolan. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't look. Don't look at me.
Tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream will be on Fansly.
See, there you go. Each episode day, you know, just take it all off, you know? Not all of it off, but like some of it off, you know?
January.
Again.
Recently visited. Comfy Cove. I just want to go to Comfy
You know,
Cove.
look. You can do this.
I have to go to Horny Jail. So I'll be seeing you guys.
You're gonna portal dodge me?
Portal? I am portal ducking. Alright.
Oh my god, I can't believe this. Thank you for joining me today. Bye.
I mean, I could join you in the portal, so I won't be portal dodging if that makes you feel better.
A little bit.
You want me to do it?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm doing it. Okay.
Core, Rain. Wait, can I go in my own portal? Hello? There we go. Wait, why January? Is this when my parents won't be here? I'll have the house to myself. And we'll stream on Blue Twitch. Volume 30. Now we get in my boat.
Why not just get in water?
Did you know Among Us, My Little Pony, and Stardew Valley committed the same Geneva Convention violation? I did. I know which one Stardew did, so I'm assuming Oh, I know the Among Us one too. I didn't know My Little Pony did it. Why didn't you?
My little pony, my little pony.
I was drinking. Gigi, which pony was your favorite?
I don't know. The only ponies I like was Robot Chicken's Apocalyptic Ponies.
Really?
Yeah, you ever seen that skit, the Robot Chicken Apocalypse?
I have. Apocalypse ponies?
Apocalypse Ponies, yes, there you go.
Yeah, I've seen it. You were singing the intro, so I was like, oh, Gigi watched My Little Pony.
No.
You just know the song? Okay.
How can you not know the song?
So, for me, I used to check a site called MMO Champion. It was for World of Warcraft news.
BRB.
Okay.
Okay.
And on this site, there was a thread that was like always trending. And this thread was like the My Little Pony thread. And I was like, I fucking hate always seeing this thread and trending. Why are these freaks talking about ponies on my WoW news site? And so, I would like look at the thread, see what dumb shit they were talking about, and then I would, leave and be mad about it. And one time I did this, and someone said, watch 3 episodes. You don't get to talk shit until you've at least tried it. Watch 3 episodes, and then come back and say if you hated it, if you didn't like it, tell us what you thought. And this wasn't even at me. I was just lurking. And so I was like, all right, let's watch 3 fucking episodes of this shit. I can get through this. And I watched 3 episodes. And then I watched 5. And then I watched 20. I watched the entire season 1 overnight. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Why did I watch the whole thing? And so, I think it was fucking good. I thought it was well written. I don't think I would ever Yulin fell for the trap. I did, hook, line, and sinker. I don't know. I thought it was a good show.
There was only one show that made me kind of think about it that way. But then again, I thought it was sort of funny. Right? There was this anime called Chobits, right? You ever heard of Chobits?
I have. I'm not super familiar with it, so I'm like... I know I've heard the name.
It's about a dude who found this really, really, really rare robot AI intelligence lady. Right? That only knows how to say Chia. Right?
Okay.
So, the first episode made me go, what the right? Because this dude was like, oh, cool, this random robot that's been thrown out like trash. Let me pick it up and take it home and clean it. And I was like, she's where is this gonna go? She's like, I have to turn this on, but I don't know how I'm gonna turn this on. Press his face, press his boobs, press his hands, arms, and everything, and was like, what if I have to press down there? And I'm like, oh, I see where this is going. and then I was like, in my liver, I was wondering if I should put on my headphones at this moment. I reflexively grabbed my headphones. I'm like, was waited out for a couple of bit more. So he presses the button, and it's like they're turning on, and I'm like, oh my god, did he just made a turning on joke? So I just put the headphones back down. I was like, okay, see where this goes. And then I ended up watching the entire thing. Some parts made me cry. Some parts made me. I was like, how did this just get me so emotional up and down everywhere? I don't understand. Cause it's like this dude essentially just wants to have a full on life with this robot, and this sentient robot wants to have a life with this dude, and I'm like, it's beautiful and it's so weird at the same time that the way they went about it, because it's especially one episode where she was kind of lost and got accidentally picked up by this whole industry, right?
Okay.
Where you have a camera through a hole, and there's a whole episode where she's kind of having to do stuff. So and then this person tries to press the same button, but because she doesn't like him, when they press that button because she doesn't like him, she goes turn into some type of alternative mode, and I am like, what the am I doing at 3 a.m. in the morning watching this? Why can't I go to sleep? I have to finish this episode. So I finished this episode, and then there's another episode, and there's more, and I'm like, oh god, there's another one. This is gonna be crazy, because now there's this part where this human likes this dude, but he's like, yo, this robussy is better than
oh my god.
What am I doing? And I'm like, oh my god, I love this anime and I hate it at the same time so much. I was like, dude, this anime is so wholesome yet unwholesome at the same time, and it speaks so much volumes to me for some reason, because it's this chick's not. I was like, this chick is this robot is really innocent and wholesome, and it's just imagine, like, you do not try to do anything, but yet somehow the universe just throw any unwholesome means in your fucking way, like just anything. It was like, I'm just like, my heart is gonna fucking explode. In my brain, I don't know if I'm brain broken at this point watching this anime or not. That's how I felt about it. Like, oh my god, Chobits is a hell of a ride. All right, I'm just gonna tell you that. Yeah, it's a hell of a ride.
A little bit different of an experience.
Dude
but
was actually it's a little bit different. But it's still the same because it's like, listen, it's different, but it's still the same. Because like once you contemplate, like, all right, he can have an actual relationship with this person, or he could have some robussy, and I'm like, what would I choose in that circumstance, right? Because this is hard. like I can understand the dude. I'm like, okay, no way.
The show I was like,
the worst thought came.
Go ahead.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. I was gonna say the worst thought came to mind. I was like, okay, wait. Any mini money, okay, yeah, you go.
The show that I started watching, I was like, I have to finish it. I have to, like, I'm not sleeping or doing anything until I finish the show. Was Avatar: The Last Airbender. For me, that was the one that was like, I was house sitting for a mom's friend while she was out of town, and I was taking care of her cat, and she wanted me to like stay over there for a few hours each day to like spend time and play with the cat. It was good money, so sure. While I was there, I would turn the TV on, and she didn't have Cartoon Network, but she had Nickelodeon, and they were in the final 4 episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I remember watching like the final 4 episodes of the show and being like, holy shit, this is like good. And I knew this existed, but I never looked into it. I don't watch the whole thing now, so I bought like season 1 on iTunes. And then I watched it, and it was like 2 a.m. and I'm watching. I remember watching episode 4, where they go to Whale Tail Island or whatever, and the Kyoshi warriors capture them. And Avatar's like, or Aang's like, okay, I don't normally pull this card, but I am the Avatar. And then he spins the little marbles in his hand, and just the stupidity of how interested Aang was with the marbles. I fucking lost my shit at 2 a.m. My mom, like, you know, opened my door and was like, you need to go to bed, dude. Come on. It is 2 a.m. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
That kind of reminds me of Planet After Stories. Like, I started watching it's like the second season in the series. And started watching in the evening, and like at some point, yeah, I should be going to bed, but one more episode. Yeah, let's put it this way: I was done with the series at 4 a.m.
So,
and
Legend
I needed to
of
get up at 7.
Oh no, Legend of Korra! I watched season 1. Legend of Korra has so much good stuff about it, but it has one problem that I fucking hate about sequels. It's when they like can't move away from the original show, and they just keep bringing back characters because they're like, see, this character you loved, they're here again, woo! And like, I liked Uncle Iroh. Iroh was cool. I was so sick of like, oh, she's going to the spirit realm, that means we're gonna see Iroh. Like, just let the character move on. Just let him go. But man, they just kept bringing him back. It just felt like half the show was just a cameo
Legend of Iroh,
like the previous show. Yeah, Lo Fam. Hi, Lo Fam.
Hi.
With Clannad After Stories. I watched Toradora, and I was like, oh, you know, I kind of like romance anime. This ain't so bad. What are some other romance anime I can watch? And the 2 big suggestions I saw were, what's the piano anime? Your Lie in April. It was Your Lie in April and
Oh, that one.
Clanad.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, we'll watch Your Lie in April, and then I'll watch Clanad. People say they're a little sad, but you know, it's a fucking TV show. Your Lie in April was so fucking depressing. And everyone was like, yeah, Clanad's more of that. And I was like, I don't want to watch Clanad after this. I'll watch other things first, and then we'll watch it later. And I never got around to watching Clanad. And so I have a few friends that they love it. They
Aw.
love it so much, but I've just been told it's heart-wrenching, and I'm like, I don't want to watch it and cry again.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Guess we're gonna kidnap the
Anime.
Yulin at some point and be like,
And
Time to
anime's
watch
too
that kind of
powerful,
anime.
I swear.
Oh my
Especially
god.
when they make depressing anime, like it makes me feel like I'm the main fucking character, and I just
Mhm.
be like sad as fuck for the rest of the day. You know,
Whoa,
be surrounded by
Kitsu.
puppies, but then watch Your Lie in April and then be like, these puppies.
You
What are the
can't
meaning of these
say that.
puppies around me? I'm nothing. I am nothing around these puppies. I don't deserve their love.
Hey, Your Lie in April hit me really hard because,
and then a monologue.
typically I can kind of tell where a story's going and I can see what they're gonna do. And it was like, oh no, you know, they're gonna make her have the same thing as the mom. And then in episode 4, they just tell that to you. They're just like, yeah, obviously, no shit, Sherlock. That's not the story we're telling. And I was like, oh, that's not the story we're telling? Okay, I don't know where we're going. And it's like, it wasn't about the big reveal that she had it. It was like, you know it's happening the whole time, and you get to just fucking get dragged along the whole way. And it's just like, oh, this fucking hurts.
oh, that reminds me of a visual novel that I've read.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Eden, with an asterisk at the end. You know exactly where this is going, but when it's happening, like, you're in tears, like, you're crying.
Mm-hmm. I have not watched Horimiya. I don't think I've watched it. What's in it? I do love slice of life. I really like slice of life comedy. One of my favorites is Daily Lives of High School Boys. That shit's so funny. Grave of the Fireflies. We watched that in Aiko's Discord. And
Oh, that one.
that one's hard. I think it's important to watch. I think it's like important to know about, you know, what it was like for Japan after World War II and whatnot. And I would never watch it again. That was so depressing. I felt like I was a better person for having watched it, but damn. What was in Horimiya? I feel like most anime I at least know a little bit about.
Oh. Hey, Cora, welcome back.
Korhu.
Yes, exactly.
I was talking to Shine recently after we played Risk of Rain. And he said Corvus. And I was like, just so you know, don't want to be like a know-it-all correcting you, but it's Corvu. I don't want you to get low-found. He's still here and he's gonna be like, what the hell?
Except Lovehound is like, I don't know what. Oh, Corv like goes out of his way. He went out of his way to go like Corvaus.
You know what one of my favorite romance animes was? It was Tsuki ga Curetta? I want to say that was the name. The English name is like something to the moon. It had moon in it.
Fly me to the moon.
And it was about two middle schoolers. And they were both like really shy and like super awkward. And they meet up in like the meeting club or something. And I think she might have done track
That's
and
where you
field.
meet.
Mm-hmm. And they start dating. And then they go to a festival, and he was like spending a lot of time with this like presentation for the festival, so they didn't get to see each other much. He's gonna be like one of the drummers. And then this guy asks her out, and he sees her talking to this other guy. And she just says no, because they're dating at this point. She's like, no, I got a boyfriend, but, you know, it's very flattering. And then he is mad at her, because he's just like, I saw you talking to that other guy. You know, it seems like you could have any guy you want. And she's like, dude, what the hell? Like, I like you. And they almost break up, but he's, like, moving away or something. And, they make up right before he moves away. And then the credits is just literally their life together.
Aww.
Aww.
It's one of those moments where, like, you know, in Up, it's like 8 minutes of a beautiful love story before the rest of the movie. The credits felt like that, with just like, you see the pictures of them long distance. They meet up for a trip now and then. They go to college, and then they get a place together after college. He gets a job and works long hours, but he'd like come home and she'd like, you know, be rubbing his shoulders, and it was just like, oh my god, this is pretty.
This makes me angry because I never have it. It was insult me all along.
Pretty gay.
Yeah, what? And then the true ending. After all of that, he wakes up from the dream.
No. No.
Oh.
Have you ever had a dream that was like, it felt like it was years of your life? Like you felt like you grew up in the dream, and then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? I'm still in high school? Huh?
No.
I had it once.
Nah, I only had dreams layered in dreams, which was fucking terrifying.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
I had a dream where I was like groggy and I was like rushing towards something. Like I was like, fuck, I'm late for something. I don't remember what it was. And as soon as I got out the door, I woke up again and I felt super groggy. I got up. And then, like, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, I don't even know why I'm upset this time. But I woke up and I'm like, oh, all right, you know what? I'm going to be late for school. Because some reason I'm thinking I'm in school. But, you know, I've already finished college. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then I wake up again. I'm like,
Oh.
I'm like, all right. This has got to stop.
Hold up. You know what would have been worse?
What?
If you wanted to go to the toilet and you weren't sure if you're awake or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a dream once where
that's happened.
I woke up in the morning, I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I have breakfast, it's like cinnamon rolls or something. I get dressed, I get in the car to go to school, and then I just wake up just like, oh! And I'm still in bed, I'm like, what the? I just did all... It was a dream? Fuck! This is bullshit! I literally have to do it all over
You just
again.
you feel less energized than you are in your dream. Like when you wake up, you're like, because you used all your energy in your head to start running to whatever you rushed to.
Literally
I'm like
brushing my
brain, I'm
teeth,
like,
like
son.
doing this the second time, I guess. This is bullshit. I had a dream once
Damn.
though.
Nah, I
That,
think
I literally married someone. Went and got a job. I don't remember what the job was, but I'm pretty sure it was in like a cubicle. But
goddamn.
like, it was years of my life. And then I was like, I don't know, 45. I had a birthday, and then I think I was in a car wreck in the dream.
Sure that wasn't a.
I don't know.
It wasn't a coma.
It literally felt like Rick and Morty when they're playing the Ron's Life thing. And then I just woke up from this dream because like I had a car wreck in the dream which kind of like scared me awake in real life. And so I was just go, and it's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Where's my wife? Where did it all go? Meanwhile, I'm literally just a high school student, just like, okay, none of it was real. Kind of weirded out for the next few hours.
Yeah. Nah, recently I had like this weird thing. Like, I started to develop dreaming in VR, like that I was in VR, even though I was not sleeping in VR. I'm like, brain, you have to stop. I'm not in VR. And then like, when I was like, okay, when I'm like touching myself and stuff, I'm like, this is weird. Why do I feel this? I said, I'm gonna need to take a break from VR at some point in time of my life. I need to not be in VR for a day, because I mean, I've been in VR like every day for like hours, right? And I think my brain is just starting to be like, this is your life now. You are polygons, and somehow my brain developed my avatar in my head, right? And in my sleep, and I'm like, come on, bro. I dreamt of Beat Saber, but I was one of the blocks. Oh god. Yeah, no. I never had dreams very long. Like, I had weird dreams, but never long dreams like that. Like, even there's like dreams where, I don't know, it might have felt like astral projection instead of dreaming, because like I felt like I was like, I don't know, I had an outer body experience or something, and like the world was just in a different, like imagine like a world but through a different filter, kinda. Okay. And there's just a slightly off-putting feeling about it, and I'm like, I'm trying to go back. I'm like, let me get back, because like I'm seeing all the horror movies about astral projection. I'm like, oh god, oh god. I'm just trying to be in my body. Let me in.
I used to only get in VR for like to do stuff with people. So like for the past year, maybe 2 years, the only time I would get in VR was on Fridays for Core's food night / world exploration, or once a month when it was a what's in the box race. And now I'm fucking in VR every day, and it's like, I don't know, I always wanted to be in VR more, but like if I got on, it's like I don't know what to do. And so now I'm like super happy with how much time I spend in VR. I still don't think I spent as much time as other people. This one sleeps in VR, Core, which is like, I could never.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I sleep sometimes, but yeah, I sleep sometimes when What is your worst nightmare you had? Like, if you could remember.
So I've had 3 reoccurring nightmares that are very tied to fears of mine. The first is where I'm drowning, and so I'll be like below the surface of the water, and I'm sinking, and like my vision fades to black from the outside until there's just nothing, and then once it goes completely black, then I kind of like jolt awake. And I'll probably have been like holding my breath outside of the dream, and so I'll just be like out of breath when I wake up in a cold sweat. Anytime I have tooth pain, I will probably have a dream about all of my teeth crumbling and then just like spewing out of my mouth, just like broken teeth just bleh, out of my mouth. And then the worst dream is if I see a spider and I don't kill it and confirm the kill, if I don't know where the spider is, I'm probably going to have a dream about there being a pit of spiders in front of me. So it's like I'm in a desert, there's nothing anywhere, there's just this big hole in the ground. It's like 10 feet wide, and it's just a big pit. I don't know how deep it goes, because the hole is filled with spiders. Not like the wall is lined with spiders. It's like a solid volume of just liquid spiders. And for whatever reason in this dream, I will just I'll be at the edge of the hole, and I'll lean forward and fall into the just pit of spiders. At which point, I immediately, like, jump awake, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I've had those dreams. Each of those dreams I've had, like, more than 5 times each.
I don't have like the same reoccurring dreams. I just have something weird. Like one time, it wasn't the worst one, but it was still pretty bad because it's like, A, what the fuck am I doing here? B, why the fuck am I here? And C, what the fuck is that? So like, I was in space for some reason, right? And I'm like, some like ejected from something and propelling towards Earth, but then I'm realizing that, wait a minute, there's no like safety harness or safety protocol. So I'm just sitting here, I'm just sitting here in this thing about to reach Earth at like maximum velocity. No way to protect myself from hearing all of my bones about to be scrunched. But hey, somehow I managed to land it because it's not over. The nightmare decided, nah, it's not over yet. You can't go that easily. So I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm still alive. Cool. All right. And now I'm in this place where it's like this huge ass fucking hideous monster is like after me and like some other people. That's like, okay, so now this has kind of become a Squid Games type of thing where you reach the end, you survive. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'm like, oh, great, now the platform's now falling under me too. I'm like, what is going on here? Yeah. And I'm like, okay. The other dream where that was kind of like that, where it's like I was in the middle of like the Amazon forest or jungle, and I'm like, again, why am I there? Because then I'm like dealing with crocs, I'm dealing with like venomous like snakes, like poisonous, like animal poisonous stuff, and like it's just like a really like. It's like, oh, you know, it's kind of nice, exuberant with life and some things that can kill you. A lot of things that can kill you. Okay, cool. And then I just hear this like big rumbling, and I'm like, and then it was like me and my crew, like I was like with a crew or somewhere. For like again, you know. And somehow my crew disappears, and next thing I know, I just see 100-foot giant snake. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then before I realize it, it's already too late. I'm already getting choked the fuck out, and like my heart's about to explode because, you know, it feels like I'm actually getting squeezed by this snake. And then the last thing I can remember seeing is this big fucking eye just looking at me, and I'm like staring at it, and I'm like kind of just going out of it and like fucking dying. And I wake up, I'm waking up groggy as heck.
Your dreams go fucking fast.
Yeah, it does.
Also, there's a lot of porn
like,
of that.
The pacing, I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to know the point. I really.
You sure?
I'd rather not. Nope.
But I want to tell you so badly. It's the snake from Jungle Book hypnotizing people.
No, it was. I don't think it was. I don't think it was hypnotizing me. I think it already killed me. It had. I think it was. Yeah, I don't think it had those hypnotist eyes. It's like looking into the fucking eye of Sauron. You just like, this is where I'm fucked.
Yeah, I never remember my dreams unless it's scary enough to wake me up. If something happens in it that like jolts me awake, then it's like, oh, that dream was fucking scary. So most of the time, I don't remember my dreams at all. So I assume most of the time I have pretty good dreams. But
yeah, so you're talking about dreams making you sleepy, huh?
No, I'm just always sleepy.
You know, all of that's okay.
I just yawn throughout the day.
I get you. What is like your weirdest dream you ever could remember? Like something that's just not like scary, but it's like weird.
My weirdest dream. Well, I feel like the barfing chunks of teeth is pretty weird, despite also being scary. But is there a weird one?
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's one I ever had. I can't think of one right now. The problem is I've also just overcome a lot of my fears lately. So, like, in the last 4 years, I watched that time I got reincarnated as a spider, and I'm way less afraid of spiders now. I also haven't had any tooth pain in like 5 years, so I haven't had the tooth dream in 5 years. I just like haven't had any dreams for a long time.
Mm.
I'm trying to think if there's any really weird ones that were like, whoa, what the fuck was that? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I might like think of it 6 hours from now and be like, Gigi, I thought of one.
Alright. Nah, I mean, I haven't had much either. I just wondered if it happened. Like, only one that I remember that was super weird was like my face fucked. Like, I don't know what happened. I dreamt that I was at work and I went to work and like my face fucking imploded and like I just started bleeding from like every orifice of my fucking face.
Oh.
And then like I collapsed and then I woke up and then I went to the mirror and I'm like, what the shit just happened?
Yeah.
Like, I thought like that was like actually going on.
Oh, Core, you still awake? Nope. I was gonna tell you something, but you might be too tired for it.
What is it?
Do you remember Yuiko's Rock?
Her trauma just hugs. Okay.
It was like one of the first maps we did in VR chat together on your stream. It was updated a week ago. I think I'm gonna need to tell her that again later today.
All right.
I wonder
It's time
if
for me
that
to go.
one
Wait, did I even eat?
is fixed yet.
No, I did not. This entire. I'm gonna go eat something.
Bye. Go eat.
Boy.
What you gonna eat?
Briggity. I don't know. Maybe just some rice and some ground beef. I don't know.
Okay.
Damn.
Or protein shake. I just skip over this.
That's a nice looking butt.
True. My hair's in the... There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like totally jealous of all the pats Core's getting right now. All your dreams are about like trauma or just hugs. Either way, I remember both. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I wish I had more pleasant dreams. I've heard people say that like smoking weed makes them stop having dreams, and that makes them want to quit. And it's like, what? I'm not getting dreams, and I'm not even smoking weed. This isn't fair.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you probably dream, but you don't remember.
Yo, absolutely. I think most people have like 4 to 6 dreams a night. I only remember them if it's something that wakes me up. If it's like mid-dream I wake up, which only happens when it's something scary, like spiders or teeth or drowning. Maybe smoking weed will do the reverse. Yeah, but weed costs money.
And annoys your neighbors.
And annoys your neighbors. And here in Missouri, can get you arrested probably. I don't know the rules on weed in Missouri. So is today a busy day, Yulin? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Today's not a busy day. When I finish streaming, which might be somewhat soon, I'll probably record a video. It is family dinner night. So when you get home will probably be about the time I have family dinner. We didn't have it yesterday because the food didn't defrost. And then I'll be good to go.
And found one. Why aren't you here?
Oh, you don't work today? Mm-hmm. I like it when Lost One's here, but he doesn't have to join every time. I don't want him to feel like, I certainly don't want this to feel like a second job for him at all. If he was feeling comfy this morning, hell yeah.
Wow.
What time are we at, though? Oh, we're at 12:06. This one snoring is making me sleepy. I think I might end. Grab these with the wrong hands. Alright, what's a good ending screen? Anchor. Yeah. Those two being cute. We did 5.7 miles. Now I'm gonna fall asleep in VR. Get you some comfy work, and just let me know what. Okay. Yeah. Let's see who's live. There's Spacefish, Proxy. Ico is just going live. Who have we not rated? We haven't rated Proxy. Oh, he's doing Resident Evil. We're not doing Resident Evil. Fuck that. We're not going there. Oh, but I've never rated Tyrus before. Let's go raid Tyrus. Tyrus is cute. Did I spell this right? Failed to start a raid. The target's channel settings do not allow you to raid at this time. Okay, we're not raiding Tyrus. / raid. Spacefish is doing art. Let's go raid her. Thank you for the grats, Wes. We're going to Spacefish. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. Is there anything I can do to raid early? Nope. Whoa! What is she working on? Whoa! I wonder if I go to the stream manager if I can. Let's see. Creator dashboard. Stream manager. I probably should have tried this before I put it in the other thing. Oh well. You guys are stuck. You guys can be stuck with me for another 20 seconds. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna do anything for day 69. Not anything out of the ordinary. It'll just be the funny number, and we'll make lots of 69 jokes. I love you. Bye.